Comic Timing is member supported by patrons like you over at patreon.com/comic timing. We thank you very much for your continued support of the show for as little as $1 a month. You can get some behind the scenes access, occasional extra audio, some articles, and whatever else we could throw your way for joining up there. We thank you very much for every little bit that you give that keeps this show afloat and lets me buy new hard drives when I need them and other important equipment and stuff like that. Because guess what? I'm using a really old mixer and it can die at any time. And if it does, I'm going to buy a new one with the money that you guys give. So thank you very much at patreon.com/comic timing. If you want to give a one-time donation, you can do that over at paypal.me/IAM sci-fi. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Hey there, folks. My name's Ian Levinstein, and welcome to episode 265 of Comic Timing. And we are here back again with some blue team action. Mr. Brent Cassina. No, those of you watching on video, that is not a cop, and that is not a Reno 911 character. That is just Brent Cassina.
I heard Julian Lytle was on, so I came to police him. Because apparently Ian told me I just come to ruin Julian's takes. So
hey, look, man, look. It's just the fact that you're literally the complete opposite of each other. It's all good. It's perfectly good. It's all love. And also, I must introduce Brandon Christopher next because he's literally the only person on this call without facial hair of any kind.
I've got a little stubble, but
he's got some.
Yeah, I shaved for a wedding last weekend, so it's growing back in again now.
Oh, okay. All right. Fine. Good enough. Dono here, repping the Scarlet Spider and a little bit of air guitar on the intro there. What's going on, Dono?
You know me. I'm a 90s man, so all air guitar, all clones, all the time.
Damn right. And as Mr. Cassina mentioned, joining us for the first time in quite some time on Comic Timing, got to shoot the shit with Julian whenever you have the opportunity, and here he is, the one, the only Julian Lytle. What's going on, Julian?
What's going on, Ian and everybody? Good to see you, Brent, as you will not be able to police me, as I'm unpoliceable.
I just got told I look like a cop many times this week, so.
You got a cop mustache.
Officer Dangle, is that you?
I said that in pre-show. It's like, there we go. It's Dangle. It's Dangle, man. It's Dangle. The shirt too.
Like right in on a CBS show.
Oh my
God. NCIS Orlando, right over
I'll take the CBS money.
Podcast.
Yeah. Dude, I'll take the CBS money. Renew me for 11 years for no damn reason.
Oh, absolutely, man. You know, like that's the thing about a CBS show. Like, oh, that's still on? That's actually the slogan of CBS. Like, straight up. That's the slogan.
10 million viewers a week.
Damn right.
10 million viewers a week.
I could be on that FBI show. They got like 4 of them.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's Dick Wolf money right there, man. So like you can't sneeze at that. Absolutely. All right. I want to start things off with the main topic at hand, and then we'll go and deviate into some other stuff. But one of the main reasons why I had Julian on this call is there's very few people I know who are bigger fans of Sentai and Power Rangers than Julian Lytle himself. And news came out this week that we don't even really know the full extent of yet, as most of the articles are along these lines that it may be coming to an end. But even right here in the Gizmodo article, Super Sentai as we know it may come to an end after 50 years. The current Sentai series that is running has been said to be ending, and there is no further Sentai to be replacing it at this point. Usually by now, there's already news of the next series, similar to like when Power Rangers was at its peak here. Like they were already pimping the next Power Ranger series after the second season of whatever was running was coming up. And we don't have that here. There have been some rumors going around the internet as to why that is the case. But to start it off, Julian, on your end, I know Sentai matters a lot to you, man. Like, it's basically Japanese superheroes, like plain and simple. Like it is what existed before Marvel movies were a thing, and really brought like the Western superhero aesthetic over to Japan in other ways. I'd love to get your thoughts on it potentially ending after 50 freaking years.
Well, it's not really ending.
Yeah.
It's a rebrand technically.
Right.
But
But even that I haven't found official word on. Like there have been rumors going around the internet about it, but
there's
nothing.
been some kind of stuff on some of their television partners in other Asian Pacific countries. It's probably going to be called Universe Heroes.
Yeah.
A lot of this goes back to, it's interesting because it does connect to Power Rangers, because Hasbro bought Power Rangers and they essentially screwed the pooch on Power Rangers because the person in charge, he doesn't seem to, the person who took over the company doesn't seem to care about Power Rangers. Like, you can't just get rid of G.I. Joe. You can't just get rid of Transformers.
Right.
He came from Magic. He prefers dealing with the games and the cards. And the cards make so much money because you how much does it cost to print a card, right? Like,
not a lot.
They make tons of money, and he never really cared for the brand, unlike the CEO who at the time when they bought it, he passed away.
Yeah.
But Super Sentai and Power Rangers are tied together contractually.
Right.
And they have rights to Super Sentai. You know what happens? It's an easy way to get out of a contract dispute over rights over something. Change the name.
Yeah.
You end it, and then you make something else that's the same exact thing. And then Hasbro doesn't have rights to the future things.
Watchmen isn't the Charlton characters; it's their own characters that have nothing to do with Blue Beetle or anything of the sort. Like, why would you even think that? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just, I think, there's a lot in terms of the superheroes. So, like, there's Kamen Rider, of course.
Right.
There's their rival is Suwabara with Ultraman, which is famous.
Yeah.
Technically, Godzilla, while not a superhero, takes up the same place with the Tokusatsu. There's many other Sentai teams and shows that other people make that we never see, and also been spreading throughout Asia. And as Suwabara pushed Ultraman hard in the West, because how many issues or comics does Marvel put out now with Ultraman?
Oh my God! Yeah.
Ultraman was something, and then Godzilla is with every comic book company at the same time somehow.
Literally everybody. Like IDW, Marvel, DC. I think there's going to be an Archie crossover next. Like
like Ninja Turtles. There's like so much stuff, and so Toei needs to exploit their brands globally, and they're the only one with not a good partner. So they got to not only push Kamen Rider, which hasn't had a big thing over here yet, but they're starting to build it. But Super Sentai, which most of the world is just going to call Power Rangers, it's like if Hasbro isn't going to make a show, and they're not going to make toys, or they're going to get Playmates to make toys, and they're just going to continue to make Mighty Morphin Power Rangers over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah,
the same Zhu Ranger outfits with the diamonds and the dinosaurs and nothing else. Then, like, you know what? Like, we need to get this out. Our superheroes are getting weak in the world. Our soft power getting weak, man. Everybody got tired of what Marvel was doing. DC trying, but we weak right now. Somebody can come slide right on in there and take over that mind space. And the name is it's sad because the name is fire. Super Sentai, like, yeah, Super Task Force. How do you beat that? How do you beat Super Task Force, bro? Like, is there a task force?
Yep.
They got weapons, they got vehicles, they got cool colors, they got explosions behind them. And then, like, Universe Heroes, it's not as gangster. It's just not as tough. It's not.
You know what they need now that there's not going to be a Super Task Force. They need a Super Suicide Squad. I think that'll work just as well.
Super Suicide Squad.
I would say that is what the anime was. They did Peacemaker with his henshin change.
They could just call that Mountain Forest.
Such a good
Japanese.
Brandon, I know you're just as into it, and I know you got feelings. I will point out, by the way, that once upon a time, in a galaxy not too long ago, it looked like Netflix was going to be bringing a new series of Power Rangers here in the States. and that just straight up never
No,
materialized.
they did. No, they did. They did the last season of Power.
episodes. 6 episodes.
Technically.
Six
Technically.
freaking episodes.
Disney's going to have a series though, so it's,
Yeah,
it's again, but it's Mighty Morphin. Like I don't
right.
care about
it's-
35-year-old things. Like make
Right.
new. They always make new things every year in Japan.
Well,
Like-
there was going to be the reboot. That's basically what I was talking about. That like,
stop making stuff for old people.
I know. I hear
The
you.
reboot for Mighty Morphin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stop making stuff for old people. The comics is for old people.
Mhm.
These new these old people. The toys are for old people. Yo, make things for children.
Yeah.
That's Hasbro's game, isn't it? Make things for old people.
Yeah, actually, yes.
yeah,
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Except for the Magic cards, got a large, customer base with kids too. But
Mhm.
No. Okay,
Yo.
here's the thing. As a person who worked for Hasbro for years,
Yeah.
the person who is on the Magic side also, who is on the Sentai side,
Mhm.
they don't make stuff for
No.
little kids anymore.
They
Look,
don't.
'cause
They don't.
if you look at the next wave of Magic the Gathering, they're only doing, I think, 2 in-universe sets. Everything else is going to be Universes Beyond. So it's going to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's going to yes, and that's really pushing to the upper millennial crowd or the Gen X kids. In 3 weeks, it's going to be Avatar: The Last Airbender. Then Marvel superheroes in, I want to say, Mayish, around that time.
Yeah, thereabouts.
Corresponding to like what the Marvel movie release.
Mhm.
They did an Office.
what?
Yeah, they're doing
The
an
Office?
The Office?
Office Secret Lair drop.
What?
Okay. They did a Furby Secret Lair drop also.
Oh, come on.
They're doing a Pantera Anthrax like metal band
Yeah, that's definitely for old people.
secret lair drop. So
What you're wait, hold on. What you're saying is Magic cards for Brent. Got it. Okay. All right.
Because ninjas like they still have things for kids because those brands are good at continuing stuff for children. Like Ninja Turtles always got new stuff for kids, and Avatar that's for children.
But they're not pandering to the kids though. They're pandering to the
I
adults
get
for
you.
that stuff.
Yeah.
So all that stuff is gonna be like TMNT 2003, maybe 2005. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll get the new stuff, but not as much. It's gonna be pandering to the
87
crowd,
probably.
80s,
Yeah.
87, 88, 89 crowd there.
Yeah.
And like it's frustrating. And like you look at something like Super Sentai. Super Sentai is such a way to print money. It is the easiest way to print money. And you look at what happened. I could tell that they didn't care because when they did Power Rangers Super Mega Force, and this was insulting me because Go Kaiser is one of my favorites. One of my favorite Super Sentai shows of all time.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for anniversary series. And the fact that it overlaps with the same anniversary as Power Rangers and the same anniversary as Super Sentai. Okay. That doesn't happen often.
Mhm.
No.
They did such a shit job on Power Rangers Super Mega Force.
Yeah.
And it felt shoehorned. It felt really bad. They're like, well, we don't really have a concept because they were doing this thing of every 2 years they would get a new series, or every 2 years they would get a new team. Before that was what, a Ninja Steel, I want to say.
No, it was Samurai. It was Samurai 2 years, then they went Mega Force and Super Mega
Force, and then the Ninja Steel after that. Yeah, I'm sorry, but they kept the same team, the same kids. They didn't have a way to bridge the concept, and they were basically saying, okay, we don't know what to do with this, so we're just going to put it into the show. And like you look at something like Super Sentai over in Japan, and it's like it's such a big cultural milestone. Like I'm lucky enough to do another panel this year, in a couple weeks in Anime New Jersey. Yeah, and we're talking about Metal Heroes. Okay, not Super Sentai, but it's in the same tokusatsu vein also. And like there's such a love and reverence for that show, and it's such a cultural touchstone in Japan of like Super Sentai, and it's sad that they have to rebrand it because they're getting screwed over by America.
I mean, yeah, and I think one of the main problems since the 90s, honestly, is we here in the United States have a brand problem where if something launches as a very specific thing, it is very hard for our brains to wrap around that this is the same thing but different, and that is what Sentai has always been. And mind you, like, I mean, come on, it lasted like at least 20 plus years here in the U.S. in other forms or another, with every 2 years launching a new crew, launching a new situation.
It went 30. It went a full good 30 before they ruined it with Cosmic Fury. Yeah,
absolutely. But it was never the cultural phenomenon here in the States, at least, that it was during Power Rangers, because one, the marketing was never there. Even when it was still Saban, like after Power Rangers itself dropped, and then it wound up switching over to cable, whether it be on Disney, whether it be on Nickelodeon, whether it be elsewhere, like it just never had that same cultural touchstone that the original Power Rangers had here. But it easily could have, like had you actually had the story, had you actually had, the full backing that you had with that original series, it would have been a very different situation, but I don't think it ever really was.
Well, I think Haim Saban. All right, so Julian, you probably know this, but do you know who was in the room when Sun Vulcan was being pitched by Marvel, by Stanley back in 89, 80?
Was it I forgot her name, the lady who became Fox Kids? And yeah, it's like she's a genius. She is.
Yeah, so she was in the room, and also so was Haim Saban.
Yeah. He knew he was like, he was he's a great businessman, because he knew what he had. And the first years up until he sold it to Disney, he was winning. Like he took over Fox Kids. Like it had Power Rangers, Beetleborgs, even the Mystic Knights of Terra Nu. He made up his own.
Oh yes.
He made up his own that wasn't even good.
Oh my god.
Masked Rider. He wrote
VR True.
That one terrible season of Masked Rider.
Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Okay.
I don't think that was him though.
Or was that separate?
That was somebody else trying to get on, trying to get some of that money too. Like, okay. I think the main thing to mess up VR Troopers was syndication. I think he was able to get it on network. If he could have got it partnered with Power Rangers on Fox, it'll be a different story when we talking about VR Troopers and Power Rangers together. But
it's the same could be said, like, if you want to bring it back to, America and animation wise. Yes, I know the series weren't up to snuff, but like if Fantastic Four, Iron Man, and the Incredible Hulk in the 90s had aired on Fox Kids or WB, they'd be talking about cultural touchstones just as much as X-Men and Spider-Man were, because it was on everybody's screens instead of having to find it on that one UPN affiliate you forgot existed. Like that's
Sunday mornings at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning.
That reminds me to ask. It's an off-topic tangent, but I'm curious. I've never actually thought about why weren't they adopted by Fox? Was it the CBS in the '70s thing? They didn't want all the Marvel cartoons, or
no? I think it was more like syndication. Like I think people are forgetting how strong syndication money was. Like
absolutely, yeah.
Like also, it was more money than network. But
also
they were on at like
rights.
7:00, 7:30 when I was a kid. In the morning.
Also, licensing rights as well. That was kind of the big deal.
Right.
At that time, I think it was going to the bankruptcy era of Marvel.
Oh, definitely.
It was a little before. Bankruptcy era was in the 90s, but like I think FF and Hulk and all that stuff, that was before the bankruptcy, I believe.
Yeah, it started there. Yeah. In terms of their shows.
But that was so they were giving out rights left and right for anything. So you want to do a cartoon, here's the rights to it. You want to make a toy for it, here are the rights for it. That's why Toy Biz had every single freaking character coming out left and right.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah.
With those
the discussion is so millennial coded. Yeah. Because I remember it all. Toy Biz.
Yeah, that a lot of that is important because all this connects together. But I think just Fox just knew, like, we have a block. We're going to take this show from you. We're going to, we got Marvel with these two shows. We're going to get the X-Men, was the hottest brand, the hottest comic in the world.
And it was first.
Yep. And then they get Spider-Man. But also before that, they had Batman. They had the relationship with Warner Brothers Animation, so they got Tiny Toons. They got Batman. So they had to have blocks, since they had to have different shows to have it diverse. And syndication was still a strong market because most of the cartoons people talk about was actually syndicated.
Yeah.
A lot of people was like, "Oh man, I miss Saturday morning cartoons." Like the shows you talk about came on every day between the hours of like 2 to 5. So like that's not even Saturday morning. But
your Street Sharks, all this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I looked up one time that Goof Troop actually aired its entire series in like 3 months and just reran it still.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit longer than that, but yeah, it's interesting because the Goofy movie thing is just weird to me. But like Goof Troop, all that the Disney afternoon was they just had rotated out new shows every year. But to give it back to Power Rangers, I think the Disney scenes were strong, but then it wasn't making enough money for them, and at that time they were still going for their core market, which were girls.
Right.
And later on, they was like, oh no, we lost the boys, all the Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. And then it was just like, yeah, if you were smart enough, you would have just kept Power Rangers for a couple more years. And then you would have bought Marvel and Star Wars and you could have had everything in one big bag.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the first, when Saban first got it back, he adapted Shinkenger, which is, we know here is Power Rangers Samurai. Mm-hmm. That was a big hit for the kids who were kids on Nickelodeon back then. Like, those toys was putting up numbers in Walmart and Target.
Yeah.
Like,
actually, I think I was still at Toys R Us at the time.
Yeah, Toys R Us was still there. Yeah, it was.
What year was this?
This was like 2011, 2012.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Megaforce was. I remember the life-size red Megaforce Ranger was all over the place, and the Halloween costumes, like it was officially for like millennial parents and late extra parents. Like, they was like, oh snap, Power Rangers is back, because all their kids wanted to that Power Ranger outfit and that daggone life-size 3 foot tall Megaforce red that was in every god daggone Target. You would trip over them things, and they were selling, and it was doing okay. But Saban is always going to take a bag, and Hasbro was like, here's a ton of money, and Saban was like, I sold it before, I'll sell it again. And then like I really feel, because at the same time there was some like the Bandai Namco SH figure arts was just starting to come over to America, and they did the right job. They did the right thing. They put out versions of the Super Sentai figures in American stores. So you were like, oh my god, we've never seen a Japanese essentially Power Ranger toy that costs more money and is way more detailed with extra hands and extra weapons and all the accessories. We never saw that before. So all the adults bought that, and then they was like, oh, now we're gonna bust you with the Dragon Ball. Now we're gonna get you with the Naruto. And now we're gonna get you with this. And now like figure arts is now they take over New York Comic Con. They got like a whole third of the floor.
Yep.
But they started that with using Power Ranger figures. And I think Hasbro at the time, like I just started buying Hasbro figures, to be quite honest, because to me they weren't up to snuff to the Japanese figures I was buying. And I think that got a giant kick in the butt when they saw, oh no, people are able to get import figures not at an import, but it's at Target and Barnes and Noble. And the last days of Toys R Us is like, I could just go get I don't even know how to say this word, but this show got 3 heads, 11 hands, all the weapons, and they were like, it was $25. It was like, dang, it's expensive, but people, and then Hasbro got, and they're dropping the ball on Power Rangers hurts, because this is almost the perfect time for Power Rangers. We've never seen such mainstream dominance of Japanese pop culture that's completely mainstream. Like, we've never seen anime get this mainstream. We've never seen some of these things are just synonymous with like childhood. It's almost like the kids these days they don't even watch American made cartoons.
No, they don't, and which is being captured by the fact that what are American animation studios going? They're going back to the well. Like Avatar: The Last Airbender is a thing again. They're making more Adventure Time. Steven Universe is coming back. Like
regular show, my joint.
Regular show. Like they're going back to the success stories, because it's very hard to launch new markets right now.
Yeah.
And part of it goes back to something plain and simple that I've been thinking about since I saw this news initially. And it is something as simple as this. The idea that Netflix will save you does not even really exist when it comes to a franchise for the most part. Like Masters of the Universe is a perfect example, because those Masters of the Universe animated series came out, and they just kind of disappeared into the ether.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, did it only tell the story in 2 seasons?
yeah,
Or was it canceled?
No,
Exactly.
so
I don't know if
it-
they were canceled. It was only. I
Like-
think it was only planned to do those because
Yeah.
they came
Yeah.
out with 2 different series. They came out one for the kids
Mhm.
with
Mhm.
CG animation,
Yep.
which to me looked 1,000 times cooler.
Yeah.
Than we're gonna make a Masters of the Universe with Kevin Smith for old people. Like
it's-
I don't
it's-
care about He-Man at
Here's the thing, though, I
45 years
kinda-
old.
I kind of like that one actually. Though
I'm not saying it's bad.
No, it
but-
wasn't. It wasn't bad, and that's just it though. Like, it wasn't bad. It disappeared. But
Yeah.
the one that actually had legs is the
She-Ra.
one. It was She-Ra. Exactly. She-Ra was made for everybody. You know.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a great point.
Yeah. It did its best to try to like bring in old, new, every single fan you could possibly bring in to try and gain it. And Power Rangers has been almost incapable of doing that for the past, 10, 15 years, I feel like. If
It's a
not,
I would say-
terrific
I would
point
say
because
5.
She-Ra
I
is,
would say
is like the
5.
dictionary definition of a reboot, an ideal reboot, because it's not made for 80s millennial fans or Gen
Right.
X fans of the old show.
Yeah.
Because the old show's probably boring as hell, but like it was a huge success
Wow.
for a new generation taking that franchise and just completely do something completely different with it.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I'm sure as far as I'm aware, because I'm not really up on the behind the scenes production information on Sentai. I just know what I know. But in regards to like what's made for adults, as Julian's been pointing out, you have the 2017 reboot film, which is the Mighty Morphin cast and story,
Mhm.
and also the comic books,
Yes.
the Mighty Morphin comic books, the Power Rangers comic books, which have been successful for like closer to 10 years than not.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I think it'd be very interesting. I don't know. I don't really know about the whole Netflix thing. I was wondering if that turned into what they did with Ultraman Bazaar, because I know that's been successful over there. But like, if they ever did like an earnest, like grounded, made for teenagers, like not kids, teenagers relaunch of like the Mighty Morphin franchise, like
Yeah,
retail.
they did.
This
That's what
but
the
did,
Disney show is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also
did they cast and film that? Did it come out?
No, it's in.
No.
It's been approved though. It's in production.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, but the comics are
That'll be
pretty good,
interesting.
though. It's called Radiant Black. So that's the thing.
Yes.
Like,
Exactly.
Radiant Black is the successor to Super Sentai, done by the guy who freaking wrote Power Rangers for
Yeah.
7 years, Kyle
It-
Higgins.
And brought it back into the lexicon. Like that fighting game that came out wouldn't exist without Kyle Higgins' work. Like he laid the groundwork. And also what's happening now at Boom with essentially, I mean, I know it has a name, Power Rangers Prime, but like in my head, it's Ultimate Power Rangers, like because that's
Yeah.
basically what it is. It's like it's their version of a reboot. It's very Ultimate Universe style, even bringing in
Interesting.
VR troopers and stuff like that into the mix. But they're teens again, like they're starting out from scratch and they're trying to make it like a more modern, genuinely interesting story. I don't know if teenagers are reading it or if it's just people our age, who freaking knows, but I do know that it's successful entirely off the back of Kyle Higgins, and then Kyle Higgins went and did his own thing with Radiant Black, and Radiant Black is one of the best damn comic books today. Period.
This is such an interesting subject because you have long-standing franchises that are ostensibly made for kids, but do see new life and evolving again and again. I think the chief among them is Ninja Turtles, because
Yes.
Ninja Turtles it could have been the preeminent 80s franchise, and people just associate it with Michelangelo, but it has found fans and new generations again and again, and even the saltiest millennial.
Because they remake it.
Yeah,
there's
that's
Ninja
exactly right.
Turtles on-
They think about new
constantly.
kids. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like it's fundamentally the same. They just refashion it. And
But-
I mean to a lesser extent, you could say Sonic the Hedgehog. I think that's somewhat
No,
similar.
Sonic is. I until the last few years of meeting or hanging out with people who are deeply into Sonic, like the ocean that is Sonic fandom
Oh my God.
is vast.
I guess Sonic
and
X
at times
just birthed a huge fan
scary.
base.
It's just scary. Like it doesn't stop. The games still come out.
Hmm.
Mhm.
They still make stuff in Japan. They get over is the times.
And-
Have you ever been to one of those concerts
Oh my God. I
where they just do the music?
You know-
and
you know
see
what?
the people there? Like, nah, it's a
I've
different,
never-
it's a different world, bro.
I've never been to one, Julian, but I was leaving a theater in Cleveland immediately after one of those Sonic concerts let out, and every single generation of kid and adult like leaving there because Sonic is one of those forever brands.
From
Like
91 till now,
yeah,
you'll see new kids is like, yo, they just like Sonic. Sonic just looked fast.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Adults enjoy Sonic, but Sonic has remained something that kids genuinely enjoy. It's like it has never lost its kid appeal, which is great.
Also one of the longest running, I believe, continuous comic books. For cartoons.
No, they messed that up when
it
they did the
was.
change.
It was, yeah.
That's a whole other discussion.
oh my god, yeah. Let's not get into the characters that were created specifically for the Sonic comic book and the many lawsuits that have occurred over the last couple of years because of that one guy.
I don't even know the whole story. I'm a ride or die to that original run, but then all of a sudden I looked up and like something had happened.
Yeah.
So that's a whole other discussion.
Oh yeah,
You know
definitely.
what? Just Google it later on your own time, okay?
Brent, I'm curious if your kids are into Sonic.
Noah is a fan of the movies, but he cannot or will not watch the animated show. Like I brought it up a couple times. I'm like, hey, there's like 4 different versions of Sonic animated on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
What about the game though? What about
He likes the games. He has 2 Sonic games, so he plays those.
Okay.
He won't even watch the best Sonic cartoon ever, Sonic Underground. Oh my god!
I try to show
Shut
him
up.
like Sonic X and whatever
He's like,
variations
nah,
there
he's
were,
like,
and he's.
nah.
I rewatched
I
the
don't know why.
OVA on YouTube a few weeks ago. I love the OVA.
I think
God, such a good
there's
one.
something with Noah that like I don't know, if he knows it's old, then he's like no.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
even though like they're in HD, you know, like it's just
Right.
like you know, he's like, hey, I'm like, hey, this is a cartoon. He's like, well, if you know about it, I'm not
Yeah.
about it.
Spider-Man.
Does he-
Old man.
I've noticed that actually. That's a thing that not only with kids but also for like the younger generation Z's, like teens and adults.
Yeah.
Like if it's actually, if they look at it and it's old, they're like, nah, I don't want no parts of it. So that's why we got a new Ranma half.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's why, you know, even though the animators at Toei felt away, that's why they commissioned a remake of the first part of One Piece over again.
Oh my god.
Because
yeah.
those episodes are so old
Mm-hmm.
that
Also-
young people
they're
won't
rough,
watch
too.
them, so they got to
Yeah.
make a new version.
Right.
So rough.
Yeah.
And it's like I find that interesting because it's like, you know, from the generation I am, we was like force fed old stuff because that's all we really
That's all
had.
we had.
Like the jokes, like we watch old TV shows, we get jokes that like we're like 30 or 40 years beyond our years. Just
Of
like,
course.
yeah. Because
I watched I Love Lucy when I was a kid.
you know what I'm saying?
Like-
Like Beverly Hillbillies,
did I.
all that type of stuff. You could watch the Looney Tunes and get the jokes
Yeah.
about Cary Grant just because we had to watch Cary Grant movies. But
Right,
these
right.
days it's interesting, which is again, it goes back to like in Japan, they know there's always going to be a new 4 to 6 year old.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have a new Sentai every year.
Yeah.
They do. You might see a cameo from an old Sentai. They might do a movie where they bring them all together.
Mm-hmm.
But every year, just like with Kamen Rider, just like with Ultraman, sometimes Ultraman take breaks though, but Kamen Rider and Super Sentai, every year you got new bangers. You got a new hero. You got a new team. You
Yep.
got new mechs. You got new gadgets. You got a new. It don't matter if they do dinosaurs again, animals again, cars again, whatever. You're gonna get all that over again, and they're gonna figure out a new way. This year is rings.
Yeah.
When they come out with when they actually do debut with the next team or whatever it's going to be called, it's going to be some other new collectible that they never bring over here, and I don't understand because out of nowhere, Gashapons became a thing in America.
Yep. I don't.
Oh
get it.
my god. Yeah. Yeah. There's a gachapon shop in Chinatown.
Oh yeah, New York, y'all got too many.
No.
it's unfair.
No, I know that. I
Unfair.
know that. But
Y'all cheating.
there's one that's literally open until nearly midnight every single night. Even though the sign on the door says open till 10, I've walked by it multiple times and it's still open at midnight and it's packed until midnight with kids and adults spending their money to try to get tchotchkes out of the machines. And why not? You know?
How
Like
dare you call me out, Ian, like this? How dare you call me out?
That's
Yeah.
That's like the ball arcade, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we have
The
those
gumball
one-
machine. The
We have
gumball
those.
machine.
We have one of those in my shopping center now. It's awful.
Yeah.
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 So
It's awful.
like
Well, I mean,
years ago-
there is only one, but like my kids have been. I think Olivia's been twice, Noah's been once, and each time they did get a Labubu from that
See?
place.
Yeah.
Mhm.
hmm
I don't know
Yep.
how much it costs, but
And
And
it came up.
and I know Japan has been trying to make it big in the United States for years, and it finally took. And I'm not even sure
Every-
how or why.
The
Every anime
gashapons, the blind boxes, because
Yeah.
some of that is because of China.
That's
Bento
part of it.
boxes.
Blind boxes. That's what it freaking
Yeah.
is. It's the damn YouTubes. That's
Yes. So
God.
like
K-pop, all that stuff connects together.
yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
So in my area, the Willow Grove Mall, this is
Mhm.
one of the larger malls in my area,
Yeah.
underwent a massive renovation, and
Mhm.
in a year we got a box lunch, we got a Pop Mart, we got 2 Gachapon stores in there also,
Yep.
and we've got Gachapon vending machines throughout the entire mall now.
Miniso's been popping up all over the
Minisos,
place
yep.
here in the States.
A Pop Mart vending machine also,
Yep.
and every
you still have
day-
a mall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
I've got
you know-
I've
Yo.
got 2 malls, bitches. Okay, 2
I
malls.
I have a mall. I have a mall that's a 5-minute drive or a half-hour train ride away from here. It is one of 2 movie theaters that exist in the entirety of the Bronx, and that is my home movie theater. That's my AMC. Do not shit on that mall, okay?
No, I love malls. I wish
But
they
they
would come
go
back.
away.
All of ours are dead.
Yeah, which is interesting because you would think Orlando would be the home of it.
Yeah.
Well, there's two. There's one is like a big. We'll call it the ritzy mall because half of it's
Yeah.
like stuff normal people can't afford, and it's like,
Mhm.
why is this here?
Yeah.
And then the other half is the one where people walk. Well, we have the shopping outlets also,
Yeah,
but
how close are you to
people
how
people
close you
flock to the Florida mall. You'll
Yeah.
see them, a lot of Brazilian and South American tourists coming with their suitcases in that mall, and that's more of a mix. But the local malls, like for the locals, are empty. All 3 of those ones that existed are totally empty and dead zones.
Bay Plaza Mall in the Bronx, not just people my age, but kids go out there to hang out. Like honestly, I have, and yes, it has a hot topic because it's a mall, so of course. But like, I am shocked at how when I walk into that mall, sometimes I'm transported back to when I was a kid. And it's still the hangout spot. I don't understand it. Maybe it's because there's not much else to do in that specific portion of the Bronx, like Co-op City. Like I don't know, but it's somehow thriving. Like and it was the first Shake Shack in the Bronx. I will also add that. So that made me a very happy camper. But it has both an outdoor and an indoor mall. Like it has a strip mall and then it has the outdoor mall, the indoor
That's-
mall.
I think that's the thing now. Like where a lot of malls are doing that. Like the mall I used to work at before we moved we were in a mall called Montgomery Mall, and that was a dead mall. And in fact, it's so dead now. People making YouTube videos about it because the only thing in the mall was a Hot Topic. Now the Hot Topic's closed.
Wow. That's when you know.
No.
But that's when you know a mall is dead. When the Hot Topic closes, like where do the
Yeah,
goths
no, that's
go?
right.
Where do the goths go?
My strip
then we
mall
would-
lost the GameStop, so I don't know if it's long for this world. Either.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
But yeah, like those right there. That is all the rage right now. That is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
every lines out the door.
Like what did you just hoping for a random figure? Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly.
Like,
It's
I
the
remember like when Olivia was growing up. She's 11 now, but when she was a kid, we would go to Toys R Us and Target and get like the little blind bags, but they were only that big,
Yeah.
and those were like
Yeah.
$4 or $5. How much are these things now?
Depends. It really
Yeah.
depends. How much you want to spend for them, what's in them, like how many tokens it costs. I think most places are like $1 per token, right? Usually.
Thereabouts. Yeah.
Yeah. So you put in like 3 or 4 tokens and that you hope to get.
You're
something
still
out of it.
playing the token game, like
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes.
Brent is
It's
gambling. It's gambling.
Yeah, it's-
Everything's
it's
gambling.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Golly.
Yeah. Like okay, so arcades fell off, but Dave and Buster's never did. And Dave and Buster's, as well as anything, just like Chuck E. Cheese, is gambling for kids. Like it always has been. Mind you, the Dave and Buster's in Times Square is gambling for adults because it has a literal fucking bouncer. Okay, like
They
Well,
got DraftKings in there.
Well, every DMB has one after like. So
you
yeah,
can get
no,
messed
I
up in Dave &
know,
Buster's.
but I think
They
ours
used
was
to
the
have pool
first.
tables in Dave and Buster's. Now they
Yes.
don't.
yeah,
Exactly.
No, they don't
They
anymore.
don't. They
That's where
don't.
the adults were supposed to go. The pool
Yep.
tables.
But that was also the
The
first
bar.
place. Dave and Buster's was the first place that I saw that Japanese horse racing game where like you would scan the card and if your horse won, you would get an ass load of token points, which you could then put in and now like that's everywhere. Like the gachapon's everywhere. Like it's a very interesting renaissance that we live in that in some way gaming culture has rebounded that way, even though the arcade hasn't quite existed, and yet Tron Ares bombs at the box office. I mean, what are you gonna do, man? That's a literal arcade. Okay, no, anyway, I know why.
Jared Leto, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I
Saw that
know.
coming.
Stop trying to make Jared Leto happen.
He was happening, and then people turned on him because remember he got that Oscar. He was on top of the world, and people was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
I know.
my goodness!"
The man is like 52 years old and still thinks he's 25.
Yes, he is.
Sex pest, guys.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is completely. And yet, when the producers of Tron Ares saw that he wanted in, he was like, "That's it. Not only am I going to executive produce, but also my character has to be the lead." And they're
He's
like,
been attached to that for ages, though.
I
apparently.
know. But once he agreed to act in it, they rewrote the whole damn thing from the bottom up to make his character the lead, even though that wasn't the original plot. But whatever. That movie.
Oh, so you must have gone out and watched it, Ian.
I did. I watched.
I actually the movie isn't a terrible movie. It's just okay. The biggest problem is it's just okay.
It's okay.
The score though, Nine Inch Nails.
I was just
Give
gonna
them
say.
an Oscar right now.
I was just gonna say, Julian.
They cooked.
For a nearly 2-hour Nine Inch Nails music video, it is.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
you can watch that with like no text, just like no dialogue. If it was just the music and the visuals,
yep.
That's
I need
almost
my siren lights because I listened to that soundtrack on Spotify and it was not that
you got to
hot.
see it with the visuals, bro.
You gotta see with the visuals.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I could listen to the Daft Punk one
All day long.
from Legacy on
Well, to be
repeat,
quite
no
honest,
problems.
I'm
But
a
if I gotta
Daft Punk
see
person.
if I gotta watch a damn movie to enjoy it,
After all these years, Daft Punk Tron is still my phone wallpaper and
it's
has
the best version of Daft Punk. I don't know why. See, they did Tron, they peaked, and they were like, "We're done, we're out, goodbye." That's what happened.
That was it. Yeah.
They peaked with Tron.
Nah, man, they
I
made
still like
Random Access
Matsumoto.
Memories. I love that. I love that album.
That's true. That's true.
70s album.
They had at least one or two albums in their pipeline after that, but yeah.
That's when they got that Grammy too. That's when they got the album of the year. Before that.
But to kind of bring it back around and to close out this particular portion before we move on to something else, I think that Sentai, it makes sense that they're trying to close it out for exactly what you were talking about, Julian, to get out of the Power Rangers deal, because if it's the exact same thing but it's called something else, then shockingly they no longer have to supply the footage and all that jazz, and they're no longer stuck within those parameters in that deal. It makes me think two things. One, oh my God, does that mean if that US Power Rangers is going to have to use their own footage and their own
We're going to start doing that anyway.
You know what that means? 1997 movie again.
It can't be that hard, right? Like,
No, listen, they did already, and it was terrible.
you got 5 costumes, that
Costume
maybe
Theory
a couple
was
of them.
horrible.
You got some putties, and that's another 10 costumes that you wash every week, right? And then you need a new monster.
So here's the thing.
It's basically
So the
Star Trek.
So the reason why Power Rangers is so profitable is because they are using
It's just
secondary
bad
source
martial
footage.
arts.
They
No,
are,
it's not.
yeah.
They're using secondary source footage. So keep that in mind.
Yes,
Oh, I know.
That's why they keep their costs so low.
absolutely.
See, I would prefer a
Why
Power
would you
Rangers
use-
that does jujitsu. That would be entertaining.
Well, I mean
Well, they did also.
that would be awesome, and like if you were to John Wick it up and actually have some really good like martial arts fight scenes and stuff like that with the actual actors
Pink
past.
Ranger
Oh,
just
they
shoot
did it.
people in the head over and over again.
They did it in one season. I want to say SPD had one of like the hardest like scenes for a Red
Hmm.
Ranger ever.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I'm
because
like,
they
all right.
actually they shot that. They got the Japanese team to do that. Like a lot of times in the production of Power Rangers, some of the stuff you see that isn't that isn't like reused footage from the original show,
Mhm.
they actually get those directors and Toei to help them make
Yeah.
those that my thing is what people miss over here. My main issues with the comics here
Mhm.
is that they lack a theme and
Yes.
they lack a purpose. So it's just
Yes.
like the purpose of what a Sentai team is or a Power Rangers thing is there's a visual theme, there's a story theme, and there's a gimmick toy theme. If you're just gonna reheat the original 1993 Power Ranger nachos over and over again,
Yeah.
even if you're thinking up your own Power Rangers
Mhm.
and there's no theme. My main problem with the Boom stuff is just like I look at they made our original Rangers, and they just was like, okay, I get it. It's a Ranger. You have faceplate with no mouth, and you got a visor and
It's the
some
same thing.
colors.
Same thing. Yeah.
But what's the theme? Because when I look at again, I just said the new joint is beasts and rings to be the number one. That's the theme. They got animals and they got rings. That's the theme. That's what they can sell all the toys. They can build all the costumes. They can build the weapons and the story around. We got to stop making things for old people.
Yeah, 100%.
You take
100%
Power Rangers, you figure out what the kids want now. So, y'all into Labubu's? Then we theming it to Labubu's type things. The monsters is like Labubu's. The Zords come out of boxes and they're different creatures. That's what you do.
There you go.
That was a Kamen Rider series. That was the 1-2 series ago.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
God.
watched it. I own it. I gave them too much money. Like
Kamen Rider Gotcha was so weird, but it was so good though.
Yeah, there's so many things you could do. And I feel type of way because me, Sean, and my thirds was on this Power Ranger thing first, but we could never get a chance to write no Boom comic. We couldn't get a chance to write all these things.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't read Radiant Black. I don't think it's bad, but I have my own ideas and I don't like to be influenced by other people.
Understood.
But I was just like, there's more things you could do with this.
Well,
there's more things you could do with Ultraman. There's more things Godzilla fighting Thor. That shit is funny. But all the other things is like there's more things that people can do, and they keep on trying to go for something that will soon will be 40 years old. And instead of just, if you want to go your own way, understand why these things work. If you don't understand why these things work, you're gonna keep reheating the nachos for old people, and you ain't never gonna get the kids.
And you know what? And you know where I'm gonna go with that for like 3 seconds here. Pokemon.
Always got some new stuff with Pokemon.
Pokemon. It's literally built in to the concept, idea, and premise of Pokemon that it's always going to be fresh in one way or another because you're always going to bring in new Pokemon and new situations and new journeys and new adventures. And
they retired Ash, bro.
Yes,
they did. Won and he left, bro.
I swear it was never going to happen. I swear that he was going to be 10 years old for the rest of his life, but then they decided to finally bring in somebody else and he turned 11. But
that's what I'm saying. It's all like, they was like, yo, this is enough for the old people. Y'all got to go.
Yeah.
like the go. Y'all, we done with y'all.
And that was smart of them. I don't know if they're quite doing the same thing with the games. And I will see. Because the last couple games haven't really hit for me, and I don't know if it's because it's not for me anymore, which is fine. If it isn't, and the kids are still playing it and enjoying it, then by all means.
Kids I know still get.
Can someone explain to me how and why the cards have gotten so explosively popular again?
So
because you always got new kids, bro.
Old people.
No, actually, it's not just old people. Like I've only seen kids, old people trying to flip it. But kids are still going into the stores, or parents are still like, "Yo, I got to get packs for my kids." The problem of it is that you got terrible adults exploiting that, and they're gonna buy it all up like goddamn on Ticketmaster, and they're gonna resell it to the parents for the kids. Like,
don't get me started on that. Oh god,
like the kids still buy it, they still get the games, and like where the older people complain, like, "Oh, I want the graphics to be better." Yo, a 10-year-old don't care.
It's true.
ZX or whatever new one's called, they don't care that you say, "Oh, this doesn't look like Nick." They don't care, bro. They just find a new. They in a France world. They just find new Pokemon, and so it still works.
and they're just going to keep making games and, making, Pokemon France, Pokemon New York, Pokemon Japan. Like that's what these games are doing, that they're bringing in the different cultures and ideas and the character designs and all that to match them appropriately. But Donald, to go to your point, one of the main things that Pokemon did with the cards in particular, which also Magic did, which what other card trading systems have done, forced obsolescence.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whenever a new edition of Pokemon comes out, the previous ones you can no longer play in tournaments. That's it. There comes a point where those cards are no longer going
retired.
They're retired. Exactly. You can play with them amongst your friends by all means, but like if you want to be competitive, if you want to actually be up to date, then you got to buy the new hotness. And
that makes total sense.
And that's exactly what they've been doing with that for years and years and years, and continue to do.
Yeah, a lot of games do that. So it's like that's the way you.
Probably same with Yu-Gi-Oh! I imagine.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm,
And Digimon about to come back. Digimon about to do another push.
Yep.
They about to got a new game. They got a new anime.
Mhm.
They know that they can get into this with the collectability.
Yeah.
And things are hot again because it's also a different cycle. You're not only you have nostalgia, you have a new set of kids who's never done these things. So again, Toei's like, we have to put our version of this stuff out if Hasbro isn't going to do it.
Absolutely.
So we got to get out there, and we also got to get people in the Kamen Rider, because again, they had the movie come out with the Shin Kamen Rider, with the Shin Ultraman, the Shin Godzilla, and most people was like, I don't know what Kamen Rider is, but the movie fire. So they're just like, exactly. They got people like me out here like, what you know about Kamen Rider? He gonna kick you in the chest. You gonna explode. You don't know nothing about that. Hyping it up, and it's just like,
kick.
You Peacemaker, the bike. Gunn said the bike is based off of Kamen Rider's bike.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Yeah.
So it's over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? See how I work that in?
And no. That's pretty damn freaking good. One last final comment, which is, I never thought I'd live in a world where 2 out of like the top 10 grossing movies of the summer were anime movies.
Yeah.
Like,
Hell yeah.
My God, like I know it's slim pickings because of the strikes and all that jazz, and they're still catching up. But Chainsaw Man and Demon Slayer, making it to where it did on those numbers, like
Chainsaw Man is flames.
Oh my God,
it's not, especially Demon Slayer, because the first movie made $500 million.
Yeah,
in the pandemic.
Yep.
So the fact that you tell everybody like, yo, we ain't doing another season, we just gonna do 3 movies, like Lord of the Rings is this, we're gonna Lord of the Rings the end. Yeah, people gonna come out. And again, Japan's at a point where they need the world now more because they ain't got no young people.
Right.
They got less children.
Yeah.
Other places got children. They've already influenced the rest of their, like, a lot of stuff you see coming out of China is essentially anime.
Absolutely.
A lot of stuff coming out of South Korea is essentially anime. A lot of people just tell me, like, regular citizens, they was like, yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters, that's anime, right? I was like, no, technically that's Korean. So no, it's not.
I was going to
anime.
ask if this
Like,
podcast has
also-
mentioned K-pop Demon Hunters yet.
Like, all these things connect together. So they got to spread this. They got to get that soft power out there. They got to start getting the mind share of people, and they got to get Super Sentai out there. They got to get Kamen Rider out there.
Yep.
We got to get more Ultraman out there. We never gonna stop seeing Godzilla everywhere.
I was gonna say one thing real quick. The smartest thing they're doing right now with Kamen Rider is the fact that they're working with Shout Factory with their Tokusatsu brand to live stream the new episode of Kamen Rider every week.
That's genius.
It's actually,
yeah,
and it's on YouTube right now for
we
free.
ain't gotta steal it. So we ain't gotta steal it no more.
So you can watch it. And the new series Kamen Rider is absolute straight fire. Okay, it is really fucking good. I watched all 5 so far, making fucking Gundams. All right. So
Toei, Bandai, Namco, Toei got you. They got you in the chokehold.
By the ball, by the fucking balls. Okay. So,
they got you in the chokehold. Like, yo, you making Gundams? What? Yeah, Gunpla.
like all right, fine.
Okay, look, see, look, I have it right here. Okay, I was working on this guy here. 30 minutes watching them, just making them.
Behind the scenes on the comic timing chat, Brandon multiple times over the past couple of weeks has been like, "You guys, I think I have a problem."
Yeah.
All my hobbies are so expensive, and it sucks.
And us comic book fans have never experienced that before in our existence. Nah, of course.
It's easy when you're single. Or it's harder when you're single.
If it was just comic books, it'd be great. But no, it's comic books. It's magic. It's now Gundam. It's art. Oh my god!
You want to know what else?
Cigars.
Yeah, you want to know what else is magic? Peacemaker shirt. Okay, like
That is not magic at all. That is hideous.
No, mwah. Like no notes, no notes whatsoever.
I bet that's Ian's landlord.
Look, I can't talk. I wear Roosevelt shirts. I would not wear that one. Okay.
Oh my God, we're gonna talk Peacemaker season 2 a little bit here. Spoilers, obviously. We may have a more thorough show at some point if I can get a couple extra guests on to talk about it. But for the most part, we're gonna break it down here on this particular episode. Now that all of us have watched it all the way through, and it's been sitting for a little bit. The show that is a direct sequel to the Superman movie. That's exactly what it is. Yep.
That did not surprise me, but I was like, oh, okay.
I didn't think it was going to be that close.
That guy hyped it like he's like, there's surprises, and everybody's like, characters, and he's like, no, Salvation Run.
Raise your hand if the finale made you furious. Apparently,
actually,
not me.
So I was thrilled because I was not watching it, and I did watch the whole thing, but my wife and I watched it. So I'm getting YouTube comments. Who's here because of Peacemaker Season 2? Who's here because of Peacemaker Season 2? Because 3 years ago, I bought a Salvation Run trade paperback from some store and did an overview. I was like, I haven't seen this in a while, blah, 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 blah. That video took off. So I need James Gunn to look through my catalog of videos and find another one and then write to it. And I made $40 off that. Thank you very much.
Oh, man, I bought another trade.
Also, I called it years ago.
Yes,
I called this years ago, and I said,
yes, you did.
They're doing Checkmate. They're doing Checkmate. I'm like,
oh, we all did. You know that I said the same fucking thing like just about as many times as you did, Brandon. Like, I mean, like it was in the car, and then the minute that Sasha Bordeaux showed up on screen, I'm like, all right, it's happening.
I was like, oh, okay, cool.
I genuinely never thought.
Oh no! I knew it, man. I knew it. Like I could smell it in the air. And the thing is, Julian, this is for you. It's so great that they're doing this for old people who read comics in the mid 2000s. You know, like check.
This is where it works, right?
Yeah. Greg Rucka, get your money, Greg Rucka.
If the guys across the street don't make stuff that's actually connected to comic books anymore, they just use the titles and then they make their own goofy stories that no one's happy with.
Yep.
You go there, you see DC is like, yo, you remember this stuff from 2003 to 2006? You remember this random thing from 1987? We're going to tie all that together. And you're going to feel like you a genius because you're going to be like, this is I know where we're going to go.
Yeah,
I know exactly what we're going to do.
This is where we're going to go. We're going to go Justice League International. We're going to go Salvation Run, and we're going to go Checkmate. Gold, baby.
Like none of the signposts of no JLA, no Teen Titans, just like that kind of stuff.
It's like we're going to start off with the fucking Frankenstein and Shade and whatever that Creature Commandos, which was first thing out the gate.
I really enjoyed it, but I continue to say, the PG-13 Superman being followed up with the incredibly rated R Peacemaker on HBO. I'm guarantee you there were some parents that had to be like, nah, you're not watching this. Like
the first episode's got a giant orgy.
Yeah, they should be smart though. The first season was also rated R, so it's just like
I know, but I guarantee you there were tons of people who didn't watch season 1 that then jumped on board season 2 and after the Superman movie and were like, all right, this looks like it's going to be a direct
continuation.
Let's roll with this. But then orgy in the first episode.
It's a genuine real question because
put his where?
We start off with the Suicide Squad movie, which is tangentially and also literally a sequel to Suicide Squad from a different DC universe. Then we get into Peacemaker, still from that Suicide Squad film, but also a different DC universe. Then Superman, which is a new DC universe.
Yeah.
then Peacemaker season
There's
2,
only
which
two. It's only 2 universes. So you
they,
make it
they
sound
well,
like
yeah,
it's like
true.
4. It's only been
And
2.
Peacemaker season 2 starts off explicitly showing this a different DC universe, but referencing that it is different.
Yes.
I'm wondering if you are not when I say comic fan, I mean fan who knows the difference. Like every one of us knows we're not confused.
Yeah.
If you were just kind of like watching stuff, I wonder if you had an idea to expect any of that. Like if you saw Superman and then you saw Peacemaker season 2, and you don't really think about James Gunn, were you expecting to see Lex Luthor, like the same Lex Luthor? I'm always curious about, because I know that the internet has made things smaller, but if you're just like a person with a family who watches it because you're an adult, how does that play towards you? I wonder. I'm very curious about that.
John Cena was in the movie, so
Yeah.
like he was literally in the Superman movie. I think for that point I think if we were talking about Creature Commandos, like if they had something that was like super direct to Creature Commandos, they'd be like, "Yo, you pushing it." But you have John Cena cameo in the movie, and you basically have all your stuff saying like, "Hey, the next DC thing is on HBO Max."
Mhm.
I think that's easy to follow, and even with the universe thing, is like there was the Snyderverse, there's the new thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not critiquing you or saying it's hard to follow.
No,
I'm just saying. How does the non-comic fan follow? I have a coworker who watches all this stuff, but he's not a comics fan, and he follows it. But I wonder if he follows it just because he talks to me. And so I'm just curious about it.
I don't know. I think
The Peacemaker
think
timeline is very confusing. Yeah.
It can. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If you get into the nitty gritty, it's like, so what happened and what didn't happen.
This is literally pre and post crisis.
Well, but
Oh my
also, I highly appreciate that plebes probably had to Google the term retcon and figure out exactly what the hell was going on after watching that previously from the last season, which completely retcons the final scene of the last episode.
I like that.
I explained retcon at least twice in my life in that month that it opened. I told Amanda, I told my wife, and I told one other person what the fuck a retcon was.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
yep.
John. Damn near.
Yep.
People be acting like this is too hard. It's like, yo, Dallas did a retcon way back when they shot JR. Like,
Oh my God, that's right.
Yes.
Like it was mad. There's mad TV shows that retcon things
Roseanne.
all the time. Like,
Roseanne did retcon, because like they had
Roseanne into the Connors is like the one season like Dan like died and then Roseanne came back and he was not dead. Like
not to mention the Beckys. Like the two different Beckys, and then Sarah Chalk-on as a separate character in the Connors, like, and
they don't explain it. I think sometimes we put too much weight into this because like TV's been doing this forever.
Absolutely,
like, there's a point where there are actors in Law and Order who's played a bad guy in Law and Order, and is like a lawyer. And like SVU or Criminal Intent or one other one. Like
when I found out that Carisi was on a random episode of SVU like 3 seasons before he became Carisi and has been on the show now over 10 years, like
there's Jeffrey Combs.
Law and Order is the same universe as a Homicide: Life on the Street, and they had a crossover, and also Andre Braugher had played a lawyer on SVU.
Oh,
there's many actors who have been multiple characters on.
I know.
On Law and Order.
So, Donna, to complete your thought, Law and Order takes place in the same universe as St. Elsewhere.
In a way, yeah.
Oh my god,
because of the kid.
Well, there's also the Munch connection between like him and like 12 other shows. Didn't he show up on The Wire?
The Wire, X-Files also.
Sesame Street.
Yes, Sesame Street. Yep.
So. If you want to really want to pull this thread, it's all connected to St. Elsewhere, okay?
And Peacemaker also takes place in. Okay, no, let's not go there. But
you were there.
I want to know how many people had the oh shit, this alternate reality is incredibly messed up, like right off the bat, because there was no way.
I can tell you this. I watched 5 episodes before the show came on.
Yeah.
Right? To write my review.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't even hit me. Because they had multiple scenes with the other characters.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't think like, oh yeah, I didn't see black people in this other place. Because it's like, oh, they would do some stuff with John is over where he's over there, and then they would cut back to Adebayo, doing her whatever things. I was like, yeah, I see her on screen. So there's black people on screen. It didn't hit me. So people started watching it. I was like, oh, I missed that. Okay.
Yeah, it was an online conversation. It was like the pink diamond theory for the show weeks before. And it's not like, like that ruins it at all. It's fine. But like
Yeah.
people were like I am really suspicious that I'm seeing zero people of color in this ideal universe, which
Yeah,
is fun,
so-
which is fun.
It's like one of those like an M. Night Shyamalan thing. Like I should have caught this earlier, but I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
catch it. But no,
Yeah.
like as a person who I live in the suburbs, okay, I live in
Yes.
all white areas, okay. I was
Mhm.
like, I don't feel safe right now watching this show. I'm like, oh no, oh, that's why. Okay,
I mean, it is so many shows that I watch, especially recently on HBO, where it's just a bunch of white people.
Mhm.
So I was just like,
Yeah.
I didn't pay like I didn't really pay it no mind.
Like any of the ones where they go to amazing paradises and
the terrible rich people shows, yes.
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
White Lotus. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
those-
It's
The
specifically
one black girl on White Lotus works there.
Yes.
yeah. It's called White Lotus. Remember that, okay? But what I
Not woke
Shrinking.
Lotus.
what I
Oh,
what I well done, Dono. Like all the points. I appreciate that. When they actually get the reveal that it is, Nazi Town, USA, that immediately they're like, wait, how did you not notice? like there's Mein
mural.
Kampf on every desk.
I don't
the,
read.
the mural on the wall. I'm like, oh, shit.
He's like, oh,
Yeah, that
oh, yeah.
that zoom right away, the tilt zooms.
I was like, that's funny. Because it's like, because like I was thinking, it was like, yeah, I didn't catch it until people started bringing it up. It's like,
I'm like,
oh.
sorry, I was looking at your alternate's ass the whole time. I wasn't looking at the wall.
and I liked just how different the two Harcourts were, and then to essentially unintentionally realize that he fell for the Nazi.
Yeah, yep. Ugh.
Oh my God, yeah.
But
My complaint is that they didn't spend enough time there. Like,
Okay, yeah.
Because I was really thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? Like, if you had that world today, like, wouldn't you hear people complaining about the other people? But I'm like, oh, well, I guess this is far enough along in their timeline that's why when Ida Bale's like walking down the street, everybody's like, like, get her, or it's such a shock to them because they physically don't exist. Like they're either removed in some concentration camp
That
or,
was terrifying.
God forbid, like,
Oh, God.
wiped him from existence.
Jesus Christ.
That's all I could think of. Like, how would you not know? Because you would like just random conversation.
And she's black.
Talking about like, just talking about like what happened in your history. You'd be like, hey, how were the '60s for y'all? And be like, totally fine, nothing happened. Be like, really? It's kind of a tumultuous time in my world.
I wanted them to show Rick Flag Sr. in that world.
Oh, yeah, actually.
That was another thing though that people had like. There's either I'm not saying none of this is my opinion. I'm just hearing like the chatter, but like people were like either Rick Flag Sr. by the end of the season is a completely different character. That's bad, or obviously that's what they were doing the whole time, and like that was kind of a conflicting discussion.
I personally believe that there's Lex infiltration partially to blame for Flag's change, but also the obsession of it all, which clearly it had been consuming him for a while, whether displayed or not, that his son died, and that became the obsession. I'm going to find the guy who killed my son, and I'm going to make him pay. And when he found out who did it, and when he found out that there was a way he could make him pay, it literally became his absolute obsession, even if it meant dealing with Lex Luthor after publicly, saying that he was, against him, even if it meant basically becoming one of the bros in the science tent of Elon Musk's hidey hole. He went ahead and did that. And is it Lex Luthor's manipulation, or is it just a guy who went off his rocker? Like, either one could be true.
I don't know.
I mean,
think,
I mean, Lex Luthor's manipulation sounds like fan wish casting. How could he do that? So, like, I mean, I don't know if Rick Flag Sr. is a character that we should care about saving necessarily. It's just because it's Frank Grillo.
Yeah.
But
wow.
it's not like he was a kid. I mean, I don't know. It depends on how much you fell in love with him during Creature Commandos, I guess.
I think
I
I think
didn't.
I think what it is like into his obsession, but it's also I think it tells like the like I won't say insidious nature, but like the corrupting nature of revenge, right?
Mhm.
You know, you look at him, you look at Creature Man as he's trying to work through that revenge. He's trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And then you watch Superman, you look at Superman, he's like, well, no, Superman is doing the right thing. He's not doing this for, the wrong he did the wrong thing, but he's doing it for the right reasons, right? And he has like all these things to like keep guiding him. But when rubber hits the road, he's just as fallible as any of us, right? He's still that he's a dad who lost his son, right?
Right.
Like how far would you go to, get back at the person who robbed your own future from you, in essence?
What the interesting thing, which I hope they explore whenever they figure out and they get,
They never will.
it's just is the Amanda Waller show, is because Amanda Waller was the person who told Peacemaker
Yes.
to do what he did,
Right.
and he ain't do and like he ain't put no hands on Amanda Waller. So it also shows that like once you're in that position probably changes the way you think about things.
Mm-hmm.
So you can already see there's with the 2 chapters is like, humans ain't with these superpower people too much right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody didn't like. The problem with Lex Luthor was that he opened up a portal to another pocket universe in the middle of the city, and almost everybody died. Not that he was saying like, I don't know about the Superman guy. Like,
Yeah.
like
You're
it
not
was
wrong.
the fact that you almost killed everybody, that you just took it upon yourself to do it, versus like the government's like,
Mm-hmm.
maybe we can figure out what we can do with this problem that we kind of agree with Lex Luthor on, who just jumped out of pocket for a second. So,
And I'm glad they did that because, like, as nice as it was to see Luthor arrested at the end of Superman, especially in our current timeline, it did feel a little fictional that, like, that's the guy behind everything. He goes right to jail and everything will be fine. Like, so to have that kind of fall with some sort of shady government connection, to me was a better realization, that just because it was a little more believable. Even though they gave Luthor like 200 years.
Oh yeah, I know.
he gonna get out because
Of
he in
course
the
he
next
is.
movie.
Of course.
Yeah, and what I want to know more than anything else, and I mean, you guys might have your thoughts on this, or at least you might have ideas, but like, what hair dye does Rick Flag Sr. use? Because like,
Oh,
The same one that Frank Grillo uses.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is, they talked about it on the interview. They're like, I just want to have a hair.
No. Frank Grillo clearly dyes his hair. The man's like 60. He's obviously dyeing his hair black.
oh yeah, but like, that the Creature Commandos character is just like completely silver fox, and not even a stitch of silver on Grillo in the series. Whatever, that's the least of my problems, but still, like, I didn't even think about that until I was literally just looking at pictures of between the 2 character appearances when I was just looking it up right now. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a bit different, but whatever.
The voice is the same. It's fine with me.
Yes, exactly, the voice.
Like, the voice
I noticed that on set photos of Superman.
Yep. And for that matter, I think my biggest problem with this season was, although I did like the finale a lot more than apparently the internet did, because I like my finales to be epilogues and potential setups for something else. Like, that's what I love about Buffy. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, every single season, the big bad gets dealt with in the second to last episode, and the last episode is basically an epilogue to resolve any hanging plot lines and then do that. But the one hanging plot line that I wish they had touched on at least a little bit is that his brother in Earth X, or whatever you want to call it, survives, and we don't even get one mention of David Denon's Keith Smith in the final episode. Like, so he's still out there somewhere, and may very well wind up causing a ruckus, whether it be in the Checkmate
Salvation. He can pop
show
up. He
or
got the
Salvation.
door.
I mean,
Yeah.
if they did address him, then they wouldn't have room for the musical montages.
Too many
that's-
montages.
That's fair.
I just don't. Yeah, I just don't know if that's necessary because I think leaving that hanging like is perfect. Like he's an ongoing threat, and also they have to deal with the fact that like, all right, our government, this world's government, has access to the door and the portal to get to there.
Right.
They haven't even dealt with the fact that just like, okay, you're not the only United States of America, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You've now opened up portals where there's clearly other worlds like you with other United States of America with other versions of you that's going to be like, well, that America might be a threat to our America.
Right.
So that's where you kind of get like, yeah, like Peacemaker's brother can come back. You know, we can get other vigilante and we can have new fun things with double vigilantes again because that was hilarious.
Oh my God, yeah, and also the fact that they focus that much on that fact that Cheerios has an H, just
It's the little things. It's the little things. And I also like the fact that the little portal device was the multiversity map.
Oh yeah.
I was like, man, you out here really making this for people like me. Good job, James Gunn. That's specifically for people like.
I just didn't understand how they moved it into two different. They moved all those marbles into two different locations, and suddenly it worked. It's like, come on.
I mean,
comic
figuring
books.
it out.
It's comic
They're
books.
figuring it out. Yeah.
Can we talk about T1000 actually being good in the Nazi universe?
Kind of good.
Kind of
Yes.
good. Gooder.
Goodish.
Way
Yeah,
better
good.
than the regular counterpart we knew. Yeah, like man, I'm just trying
I saw
to do the best
someone
I
said
can.
that like was it White Dragon in season 1 was like Trump, and like was it Blue Dragon season 2 was like Biden?
It's Biden. Yeah.
Oh my God. And, I mean, look, if they find a way to bring Robert Patrick back, I'll be all right with that because frankly, I love him and everything. But it just added to the general torment of the character of Peacemaker that no matter what, he always feels like he's failing. Like Christopher Smith always feels like he's failing.
And he loses his family.
And he loses his family. Like it's just going to keep happening over and over again, even when he thinks he's found an amazing world. Hey, why aren't there any? All right, anyway, like even if he thinks he finds this amazing world that rights all of his wrongs and he's finally going to be happy. No, because he just has to be happy with himself more than anything else, and that's what the major plot point of this series seems to be, is him finding himself in one way or another. To go from Suicide Squad, I'm sorry, the Suicide Squad. That's a very important the in there. The Suicide Squad where he kills Junior, to basically coming around and trying to not absolve himself of those sins, but understand what he did and then try to make himself a better person all the way throughout season 1, and then season 2 kind of being like, this is my last grasp at happiness here because clearly I haven't found it yet, and still hasn't found it at the end of season 2 because now he's at salvation, whether he likes it or not.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yep.
Monster Island.
Yeah, where is that going to go after this is a damn good question. And
Well, I mean, I've referenced it before, but like Gunn said, there are no plans for season 3 right now. Granted, he's working on Man of Tomorrow, but
There-
like I mean,
there
the
are
way that
no-
he phrased that, it was like, I'm not thinking about season 3 right now.
he made it very, very clear that there are no plans for season 3. He didn't say shit about whether or not there are plans for a Checkmate show. So that is
Peacemaker, yeah, like,
exactly.
like the character Peacemaker. Like it, Supergirl has to come out, Clayface has to come out,
Yeah.
Lanterns has to come out.
Yep.
Man of Tomorrow has to get written and filmed.
Isn't Clayface in the Matt Reeves verse?
No, it's
No.
it's the DCU verse.
Yeah. We haven't seen Batman yet, but we're going to see Clayface first. That's the way this world works.
Well,
now.
when we launched with Creature Commando, so anything goes, right?
You're right. You ain't
Yeah,
wrong.
Clayface
They
is
gotta
filming.
they gotta get Batman right while you're also making a whole nother Batman movie.
I don't think I gotta believe that Clayface is in the Reeves verse because the paparazzi shots I saw felt very Matt Reeves ish, and I can't imagine that you would give Gotham City, not to the director of Batman.
Well,
And
as
if
of
it's
now,
still Muschietti, who
Mhm.
did Flash, like I gotta imagine his Batman's gonna be very Tim Burton.
Clayface doesn't have to start. No, doesn't have to directly start in Gotham City. You remember he's an actor.
right, and
That's a good point.
it literally says right there on the Wikipedia page for Clayface that it is the third film in the DC universe, DCU. And mind you, am I remembering right that Clayface showed up in Creature Commandos?
Clayface did, yeah.
A Clayface
Yeah,
did.
he did.
Exactly. So
That's
like,
what everybody gets all like. But Clayface are here. It's like, bro, look at the Wikipedia page for Clayface. There's like 6 of them now.
yeah,
And they never
One
use
of
the
them is a
best
lady.
one. It's always like Matt Hagen. Like Preston Payne would be a terrifying Clayface in
You know,
any
give,
presentation ever.
give me Mud Pack, okay? Just give me the Mud Pack.
we could get it. And Clayface has even showed up in more recent DC comics, more in a hero role. So like where we could very well wind up getting there at some point, not immediately because don't do that, but eventual redemption and all that jazz could happen.
They just got to get a movie that doesn't cost $200 million.
Yeah.
That they can put out Halloween time.
Exactly.
Has anybody changed their minds on whether they're going to find? Well, I know that the Batman Part 2 is written, but because they said that like they've been rewriting Brave and the Bold. Like, do we think that like maybe they'll bite the bullet and merge it, and Pattinson
No.
will be with
I hope
Gordon
so.
Sawyer?
No,
I hope
I
so.
don't think so.
I hope
No.
so.
It ain't happening. It ain't happening. No.
Here's why I'm not saying I'm hoping for that. Well, I am hoping for that. But here's why I think that people might like that, because they really nailed it with the Batman. And so
Yeah.
because they got him so right and Pattinson's so good in the role, you don't want to squander that with diverting your attention elsewhere with something that might potentially be lesser, especially when people receive Superman so well. And so it would seem like a shame and waste of
Explain
resources
him having
to
a
have them go
kid.
be divergent.
How does he have a kid and a grown Robin, a Nightwing?
Timeline. I mean, obviously, Clayface is going to take place before Creature Commandos, so you know.
First off, if you're referring to the Matt Reeves films, his name is Robert Batmanson. Okay, plain and simple. That is the name of the character.
Oh,
His name is
that's
Mickey
his Christian
17,
name?
baby.
Yes, exactly.
Mickey 17.
And I think what Gunn has said over and over again. Yes, I know it's the character Batman, but Gunn has said over and over again that he wants to create stuff within his universe, and then there's Elseworlds. And DC already did that because Joker doesn't take place in anywhere but Joker. Not that I like those movies. I've said that very clearly.
Oh, I mean, but I know that, but like the Joker had dick to do with any universe. It was just his own story.
No, I
The
know.
Batman is like, but until Gunn came to DC, that was our Batman film franchise.
Sure, of
And
course.
so to have two simultaneous Batman film franchises, I'm not saying it's never been done before, so you can't do it. I'm just saying that like it seems like a waste of resources to diverge.
Mm.
I mean, if they're going to diverge, I really want I really want Brave and the Bold to be like really good. I really good.
Yeah.
But I was watching like Matt Tomlinson, the screenwriter, like answer questions on Twitter, and that's made me more hyped for Batman 2 than anything that's ever happened since they announced that the script was done. And so it's like, man, he gets this character so damn well. I don't want to risk it being squandered in the DC universe with a lesser filmmaker, because I was not impressed with Andy, what's his name, is directing in The Flash.
Mhm.
So
No, you could just say it was bad. That movie was bad.
Yeah.
It was a.
I have
cinematic
said it's
masterpiece
bad.
film.
It was fine.
No, it wasn't. It was terrible.
It was not. It was not.
There were,
I thought Keaton's fight scene was great. That was it.
it was the only time that I said to myself, "Wow, Ben Affleck is playing a great Batman." So that was you could
With
say that
the
about
worst suit they have ever shot onto the screen.
I know.
That suit
Yeah.
was so. Oh god.
You didn't like the blue and the gray?
I love.
I didn't like the puzzle pieces that like made Jim
Yeah.
Lee's New 52 suit look
Yeah,
good by
That was
comparison.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that
what
was
is it?
that was
Like,
not
it
great.
was-
But also, I don't even know if is he even still attached to Brave and the Bold? Because
Technically.
He is. No, he is. With the whole
Technically, yeah.
Dairy show, that's been reconfirmed.
okay, all right, got it. Yeah, well,
There was even a joke about in that show because like there's a kid reading a Flash comic and then he throws away and reads a Batman comic with Clayface on it. So like he's very much still working on Batman.
all right, fair enough.
Hey, until we see something, we'll see.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see. There's plenty of time, and there are plenty of directors that I have not liked movies from that have turned out excellent movies. and some of them have even been superhero movies, so
I mean, the Russo brothers haven't made a good movie since Endgame, so I guess I'm still hoping they're gonna do it again with Doomsday.
they're gonna
I
do
found
it.
fun with the Great
I don't-
Man, but
I
yes.
don't think Endgame is a good movie.
We know,
Oh,
we
let's,
know, we
let's
know.
turn the rest of the podcast into that.
We've been there before. We've been there before.
Well, I mean, like the scripts. Is it Marcus McFeely who write
Yeah.
the script?
Yeah.
Those guys were the ones that were cooking.
Only
Oh, yeah.
only
Like
one of them is coming back for the Doomsday.
Like
Secret Wars.
Thanos had like the fire lines in Infinity War. So I think they can direct, but if they give them a good script, if the script is as good as their Cap movies and Infinity War and Endgame, because those scripts were excellent.
I mean, that was the thing. Those Marcus and McFeely and the Russo brothers, they wrote Winter Soldier and directed Winter Soldier. They wrote Civil War and directed Civil War, and they both wrote Infinity War and Endgame and then directed it. So like, you take one of those guys out of the four, is it going to be the same? I don't know.
It will immediately be terrible.
Listen,
That's a lot of heavy lifting on one person.
on a nowhere near related note, I have a very important question for you. Who here suffers from bird blindness?
We'll enjoy 10 minutes.
Yo, that man's a genius.
That was funny.
So damn good. So damn. Every single scene he was in, I was in stitches, man.
They
Like,
deserve an Emmy for casting him in that. In the,
so brilliant.
changed the whole show up. I was like,
Yep.
goodness gracious,
And
he's so funny.
and the fact I was not expecting the Eagly subplot.
Eagly had a whole arc. He had a whole enemy he had to fight and everything.
Yep, Michael Rooker finding the way to somehow be in a James Gunn property that's never happened before. But
Shocker.
no, I know, but
Right again.
the what was it, Eagle Prime or whatever he
The
called
Prime
it?
Eagle.
The Prime Eagle, yeah. Beautiful,
Eagly.
beautiful
Eagly's such a
shit
good
right
character.
there. Yep.
Kind of most of Eagly finally becoming friends.
Oh, let me ask you this question.
Economist.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is the last major comic book thing of 2025, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cap 4,
Mhm.
Thunderbolts, Superman,
Yeah.
Peacemaker Season 2, Fantastic Four, First Steps.
Yeah.
What was your favorite?
Ooh. I might have to actually say Thunderbolts asterisk.
Really?
Yeah. I left it. Okay. I like a cerebral film. I like one that lets me get into the heads of characters, and I was so unexpectedly pleasantly surprised by what I had in that film, that I left it thinking like this is the best Marvel film in years that wasn't a Spider-Man film, and I was super duper happy with it. Although now I think about Superman, but whatever. Those two are probably my top two of everything that came out this year, by a country mile. And I did like the Fantastic Four, but just not nearly as much as I liked the other two.
Yeah, it's been a couple months. I really enjoyed Fantastic Four. Like I was actually kind of like, this is a miracle how good this film is. I'm not saying it's a perfect film,
I enjoyed
but I was
I saw
Very
FF
pleasantly
twice.
surprised by that.
That's a good movie. It has Galactus in it. Real Galactus.
I mean, what, Julian? You like something with Galactus in it? No.
biblically accurate Galactus.
G Money he was out here walking around the city. I was
Oh
like,
my god!
It was like, this is wonderful. This is what I've been waiting for. He was sitting in the ship. Did you see his face? I was like,
Oh my
this
god!
is what we
Well,
always
I
should have
did-
had.
Did you
Well,
see
I
that?
think it's for a stroll.
Did you see that rapper Galactus that was walking around New York Comic Con?
That was amazing.
Oh
You
my
mean
god!
the giant Galactus.
No. There was a rapper Galactus. Like I'll bring up my picture of it. You'll
I
absolutely.
know
love it.
there's that big cosplayer that's in that big suit that be walking
Oh,
around.
yeah,
He was in
yeah,
San Diego and he was in New York.
Yep.
And I was like, how come I never see you in person? I only see you in pictures and I'm in the same convention. This is crazy.
I'll say emotionally, I might enjoy Superman the most. I think Fantastic Four is a better made film than Superman, but I think Superman ultimately resonates stronger because as comic book fans, as a culture, we really needed Superman to be good, and it was very good. And I think that it was heartening to see people accept Superman again.
Yeah. Here's
Oh yeah, that's my friend DJ Ben Amin. Yeah, that was
nice. Yeah. Just the power and the cosmic on each
Our
fit
cosmic.
is what makes it for me. That's some good shit right there. Yeah. I mean, what does everybody else say? Brent, what's your pick?
I'm with you guys. Probably Thunderbolts or Fantastic Four.
Okay. Brandon, I assume you're Superman all the way.
Yeah, it's one of those movies where like it got me. Like I like Fantastic Four. I saw it opening night. I saw it with Baron. We dressed up in cosplay for it also.
Nice.
So don't get me wrong. I love Fantastic Four,
Mhm.
but I saw Superman 3 times in theaters.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
and every time it kicked my ass.
It's-
and
yeah.
and I've gone through now. Like, on YouTube, sometimes I'll put something in the background. I'll listen to a reactor watching Superman, and every moment that they're geeking out on, I'm geeking out on also. Or that one goddamn scene that kicks me every goddamn time, where it's I can't talking to Clark, and I'm like, oh god, that is the moment for me right there, and that's the thing where I think that's the core value of the superhero. I'm like, okay, they got it. They really fucking got it.
They really did. Yeah. Julian, where do you roll?
Oh, Superman. It's
Superman. Yeah.
I'm a person where like, I look at the audience, I pay attention to that type of stuff, and like, I've been tapped into DC stuff for a while, kind of working on some stuff, helping out on other things. And like to see a movie theater full of people cheer when my man says I'm a goddamn Mr. Terrific and smack him. I was like,
Yep.
yo, 10 years ago, y'all wouldn't even be rocking with my man Mr. Terrific. It was we were few. Now to see theaters like everybody like, yeah, Mr. Terrific. I was like, goddamn right, it's Mr. Terrific.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So like, I don't know. Sometimes seeing that, like everybody kind of know what the Fantastic Four is. It was good to see G Money finally be shown on screen the correct way. But man, it's like with wrestling. Sometimes when you see like somebody you always want to see a star to get that moment, to get that push, to get that to be a star, that's what that movie was. It had people out here talking about Guy Gardner's awesome. Like it's like characters you be like, yo, man, regular people talk about Mr. Terrific and Guy Gardner, a Hawk Girl. Like this is crazy.
Rucker really blew up, and she had the least screen time. It was just amazing.
Yep.
I mean, dropping a dictator will do that too. That's why.
That and the actress is doing very good right now. She was in Last of Us season 2 and that within a 4-month span. She was
also
winning.
Coming back from Madam Web. Big improvement.
Also, she's hot. As Isabella said.
She's too young for me. I still see as Dora the Explorer.
Oh, she's too young for me too. But I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Dora the Explorer is a damn good movie. Like it's shocking.
It's better than what it should be. Yes.
Damn right. You're damn right. And just because you said it, by God, is that Galactus's music?
Yes, right. Yeah. It's like, oh, it comes out of the depths.
We'll also just say very, very briefly, a minor honorable mention to Ironheart for being better than I thought it was going to be.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
100%.
Ironheart needed more episodes.
I agree with you on that.
Two more.
Yeah,
People were figuring, oh, it's going to suck. No, it was decent.
It was okay.
It was decent.
It needed 8 episodes. I don't know why I didn't get 8 episodes. But
along those lines, one of the other things that I saw most recently that I wanted to bring up, I did watch through Marvel Zombies, all 4 episodes of that came out, and I skeeted. Yes, that's what they call it on Blue Sky.
Nah, don't do that.
No.
Hey.
Not in public, please.
Fine.
Man. I don't like when people be using rap slang.
Fine.
It's like whoops.
Fine. I booster golded the following. Marvel Zombies has everything: acknowledgement of the Eternals, blade hunting zombies, Shang-Chi, Skrulls on a motorcycle, Kamala Khan, more Yelena and Red Guardian, and Baron fucking Zemo. Like
no. I want you to do there. Reread that. No, we're not gonna call it a skeet. Reread that message again.
Post.
Okay, fine.
As Stefan, okay.
Marvel Zombies has everything: acknowledgement of the Eternals, blade fighting zombies, Shang-Chi, Skrulls on motorcycles, Kamala, more Yelena and Red Guardian, Baron fucking Zemo. All right, there.
Hey,
Done.
thank you.
Yes, 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 yes.
I was
Yeah.
not a fan of that show.
Well, okay. So what did you not dig?
I don't like that every time they gotta do something like this, all they doing is redoing scenes of different versions of what would happen with Endgame and Infinity War.
I'll give you that.
I'm like, y'all can do whatever y'all want, and you got Marvel Zombies, and we said like, oh, we're gonna spend half this time to tell a different version of Shang-Chi's movie. I saw Shang-Chi movie.
Yeah.
And it was like another multiverse of madness movie.
Yeah,
like Wanda doing the same thing.
Like I'm so sick of Wanda. Like, bro, like you had a movie with Galactus. Spoiler alert for a comic that came out 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But I want to see the zombies eat Galactus to get the power cosmic and go into space and start eating people. I'm like, you can use everybody. You can use Spider-Man. You can use Reed Richards. You can use Galactus. You can use the Silver Surfer. You can use everybody that was in that comic. Keep it funny, but it's like, oh no.
You can use the X-Men. You can use the X-Men.
You can use the X-Men.
Yeah.
But you know what you want to do? You want to retell the same stories you already told in a different way. And why was it even episodes? It was a 2-hour movie. Why did you split it up into 4 parts? Just put it up as a movie. You don't have commercials like that. Like you're not on network TV. Nah, man. It felt like a waste of my time. You waste Blade on that. He's Blade Knight. Nah, he could just be Blade, bro.
And the worst, I'd say probably the worst part of it for me is that this might be the most Blade that we get, and it wasn't even Mahershala voicing him.
No,
it was a sound alike. So
Sound alikes are so good.
No, I know.
Marquand again? Damn it.
Okay, but
Can you imagine?
Russ Marquand is actually voicing me right now. Okay, like he could do literally anybody and pull it off. Like he's damn good at that. But yeah, I appreciated that this gave us a whole bunch of characters that I feel like had kind of gotten the short shrift. I do agree with you, however, Julian, that it would have been nicer had we gotten a little bit more originality out of it. But
where was Man Thing at?
It was, thank you. We could have gotten Man
Zombies
Thing.
Can't eat Man Thing, bro. They gonna burn it to touch, bro. Like, give me. Sometimes they didn't play with enough. Like you're right there.
Yeah,
and you could just use Ultron in this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love the whole thing from Secret War 2015. It was like Age of Ultron versus the Marvel Zombies. Like, yeah, have the killer robots just like, I can kill all these guys I've been wanting to kill all the time. Mm-hmm. David Spade, he would do it. He would do the voice. He ain't doing nothing. His TV show going off. Just like I don't know. I didn't need to see like Carol fighting in the air for no reason. Yeah. Like it was just that felt like wasted. I don't like none of that felt like it was just not creative enough for me. It was just not.
I think it's because you got TV writers who they're like, all right, our timeline is the movies. Mm-hmm. So they're like, what homework do you have to do? They're like, watch anything on Disney Plus that's Marvel. Okay. Yeah. There's no like comic callbacks other than, hey, some producer said we need to make a Marvel Zombies show. And they're like, what's that? And it's like, don't worry about it. Just go with the name and it's a what if show. Like there's nobody calling back or that read the original series or anything like that to have those original ideas to actually take a left turn. Because you're like, hey, we got Blade coming up. Let's put him as Moon Knight. We got the I don't even know if that's a girl or a guy. The guy behind Red Guardian there. Like I don't even know that guy's name.
It's like Death Dealer, Shang-Chi.
Death Dealer. I want to call him Judo Master. I don't know.
Yeah,
like it's like why is that guy? Why is that person in the thing? Like they didn't matter. So
they got screwed.
I also would have liked if we had some of the original humor from the Marvel Zombies comic in there. Like one of my favorite running gags from the original Marvel Zombies comic was every single time Spider-Man ate somebody, all of a sudden he went back to crying about how he ate, Aunt May and Mary Jane and, great power and all that jazz.
Guilt.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like that was great back in the original Marvel Zombies comic. And we didn't really get much of that here because they were all zombies essentially. Like even the ones that were intelligent, they weren't like anything more than that. I'd say probably the coolest thing in this entire series though was Hulk holding back the power and basically being like the omnipotent absorption of all that gauntlet energy and vibranium that was released from the Wakandan event. Easily my favorite part of it, and also just the visual of that Hulk was pretty badass. And you didn't even have to worry about casting Mark Ruffalo because he doesn't say any words. So,
But all that just to have like, oh, Wanda's super powerful.
Yeah, no.
Like I've been tired of Wanda since daggone Disassemble. I'm like,
yeah,
she's not that interesting of an all-powerful character.
Which is funny because I actually just very recently rewatched all of WandaVision and Agatha All Along because, Halloween season and all that jazz. And I think I prefer Agatha All Along.
Really?
Which is weird to me because I really like Wanda, but Agatha has a better thoroughfare, and I really like the character of Agatha Harkness and just how much of a little shit she is. And it's proven time and again throughout that series just how much that is. What were we gonna say, Brendan?
I didn't.
Oh, I'm saying Agatha All Along is good in general, but yeah.
How many episodes was that all along?
Agatha All Along was 8. I think 9 if I remember correctly.
That's right. The epilogue.
Yeah, he gets 9. He gets 9 for his shows. He only got 6.
But yeah, here's the thing. My take on Marvel Zombies, I don't care. I don't like. I never liked the comics.
Fair enough.
Really care for the series.
Mm-hmm.
I thought because when Marvel Zombies came out, I thought, oh, that one issue of Ultimate Fantasy 4 when they meet the zombies, cool. Let's make a little story about that. And then it just became every fucking year another Marvel Zombies.
They have like 8 series up to this point.
I'm like, guys, can we just stop? It's like it was.
The first one was good.
The first one was good.
Robert Kirkman, he was cooking back then. He was cooking.
And look what you did. You did The Walking Dead. So yeah, there we go. But it's like, I don't care. I'm like, even now, I know what happens in the show, but going back to what Julian says, you're just rehashing your greatest hits, and not even your greatest hits. You're trying to cash in on nostalgia moments when it hasn't even been a full 10 years yet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just do new stuff. Like if you would have told a whole new story with Marvel Zombies, I don't know, with what they did with it coming out of What If, I would have been down for that. The whole story of the precursor to all that what happened with What If.
Yeah.
I don't need this.
I also needed more Storm Thor in What If, by the way. That was just badass, and having the voice actress come back for the role from X-Men the animated series in X-Men 97 for her to voice her, and that was pretty damn great. Also, did you know that Arthur Soydam created the zombie? Anyway, but
just ask him at any con he has no line anymore. He'll talk your ear about it.
Oh my god. Let's move over to other things that we've watched or read in the last couple of weeks. Anybody want to bring up anything else of note? Yes, Brandon. I see your hand raised.
Dispatch.
Okay.
Have you guys? It's a game. It's the it's from the Telltale crew, but it's not Telltale. It's done by I forgot the name of the company right now. They kind of all left and made their own company. Ad
Hoc Studio.
Ad Hoc Studio. Yeah, in conjunction with Critical Role. Did I put that out there also? But it is really good and it is really fun. If you like an actual it's a Telltale game, so it's a story-based game. You get the everyone remembers that and all that stuff with it as well. But it's got a really good story to it so far.
Okay.
I am an episode in. I'm trying to take my time with it. I'm gonna wait till all of them drop. I think there's only 2 more left. I think the last 2 dropped today, so I can just power through it in a day or a couple hours.
It's got the murderers. It's got this the standard classic voice actor cast: Laura Bailey, Travis Willingham, Matthew Mercer. It's your favorites.
No, it's Jeffrey Wright and Aaron Paul. God dang.
Moist Critical's in there also, guys.
Your favorites. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, I don't know none of them people. I was like Jeffrey Wright, Aaron Paul. I was like,
Is Phil Lamar in it?
No, he's not.
No, he is not. Shockingly, maybe
That means they're racist.
Oh, Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright.
Come on, man.
Well, they need one big like Hollywood actor name other than like Aaron Paul. I'm like, okay, cool, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron Paul's playing the main character, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the main character. He's playing.
That's pretty cool.
He's playing a guy named Mecha Man, and basically something happens where he can't be Mecha Man anymore, so he works as a dispatcher for superheroes.
Oh,
So,
okay.
So
that's
you
an
get,
interesting
like,
concept.
Yeah.
you get like some like office politics or like some like office drama stuff in there as well.
Kind of top 10-y that way, or
Kind of a little bit, yeah,
okay. All right, I'm down. I'll definitely check it out. Available on PlayStation 5 and Windows, right? Or and probably Xbox.
It's like a perfect Steam Deck game.
Yeah, it's a Steam. It's pretty much a Steam game. It's really good on Steam.
Okay. All right. I have a PlayStation. I will buy it on PlayStation, and I will play it on PlayStation, and I will enjoy it on PlayStation.
Wait,
Play it on
doesn't PlayStation have Steam also? Or no, Xbox has Steam. Sorry, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yes.
Not yet.
Yep. Yeah. Brent, what you got?
Some quick hits. I got some Kickstarters in. Psychic Sam. This was worthless.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Mark Millar and John Romita Jr. Go read Kick-Ass again. This was like I think I paid $35. The idea is this guy gets psychic visions of things that happen before they happen, and he can go stop them. Which you're like, cool, but
Knowing?
yeah, a
God.
little bit. But the
God, no.
problem is, it's I think it's like 60 pages. It's really short for a graphic novel.
Also,
you
like
paid
an album. So it's like
$35 for it, and it's
yeah. Basically,
it's short, and it's part one of I think 3, and it's like, it's okay. Like I've seen this before. It's Kick-Ass. Like it's knowing plus Kick-Ass.
Anytime John Romita Jr. draws somebody with a bat, you remember Kick-Ass.
And even John Romita Jr. and Klaus Janson. Like it should be all-star, but it's just not. It's just not his most inventive, best work. I don't feel that Romita is like refreshed here to be like, ooh, I'm drawing something different. It's like, he's drawn Punisher, he's drawn Spider-Man, he's drawn Kick-Ass. It's the same thing. Meanwhile, have you guys read Dracula by Kelly Jones and Matt Wagner yet?
Okay, I saw that advertised. I'm like, I want to fucking read that.
So I will talk about this every year. So Dark Horse does the trade paperbacks of these. So you can go find Volume 1 out. You can order that. And then I think Volume 2 is probably dropping in a couple months as a soft cover only. But the hardcovers are the shit. So Volume 3 is on Kickstarter, or maybe it closed. Anyway, this is cool because it's like trying to open a page that's not nudity. This is worth my money.
Is it oversized or?
This is like the Black Label sized.
Okay.
So magazine sized artwork. It's a
Kelly
nice hardcover. Kelly Jones, man, yeah. And so the Volume 1 I talked about on the show previously is talking about how he became Dracula when he goes to Satan's school, the Scholomance. And then
Awesome.
he becomes a vampire at the end of that one.
Also, it's not an
Spoilers.
adaptation of the book. Okay, so it's something different.
It's filling in holes of Bram Stoker's Dracula.
okay.
So that first volume is based on like one sentence in the book.
That's right. Yeah.
And then, so apparently, I've never read Bram Stoker's Dracula. I've seen the Gary Oldman movie. That's about it. But this is all about how Dracula chooses the brides, the 3 girls that attack Keanu Reeves. So this is their backstory and how he attacks them.
Okay.
And then I think the next book it's called The Count, and I believe it's how he sets up his legend in Transylvania before the Jonathan Harker arrives. So it'll end with the end of the book, but they're not truly adapting it. They're like expounding upon things they find interesting in that book. So that's fun.
Cool.
Third, last and final thing. This surprised me, and this is going to be surprising to you guys. Have you guys ever read Stormwatch?
Yes.
No,
This was
What?
fucking fun, bro.
Yes.
Wait, so Stormwatch? You mean that DC comic?
Stormwatch. It's a DC Wildstorm comic. So this is the Road to Authority compendium. It's written by Warren Ellis. Art, all the art's by Tom Rainey except for like the last 4 issues.
Yeah.
And then Brian Hitch steps in, but they got a Hitch cover to sell it, right? But Tom Rainey is fucking a monster on this.
Killing
He's good.
that.
And like, I didn't know who any of these characters were. It didn't matter because they start over and they're like, all right, this guy's got this power, this guy's got this power. Go do this, go do that. And there's a guy controlling them, and then they all turn on him. But it was really cool.
Yeah, Stormwatch is a great read, actually.
It was
it is.
really, really cool. So I've read the first volume of The Authority, the first 12 issues, a long time ago. But now that I've read this, I'm excited to go back and reread that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it puts everything.
So
in
it's like
perspective. Really good.
what do you call it? A prequel?
It's
Well, that wasn't a
not really a
prequel.
prequel. Like
That was the
the-
book before.
It was
It's
a
the-
Authority.
at the end of this book, they dismantle Stormwatch for no reason at all.
Well,
And-
there's reason.
I
But,
mean, there's a couple reasons, but not
Wait,
anything
does it have the
that's
aliens
major.
book in there?
No, it does
So
not.
that's a key. That's a key part of the reason why there's no
I
Stormwatch.
was just gonna
Oh,
say.
is that?
Yeah.
So
Okay, okay.
in place of the book,
Okay.
they have a text page that says aliens came and killed half the team.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Xenomorphs, yeah.
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 Sorry, everybody.
I
Yeah.
did find it online elsewhere,
It
so I
is
did
one-
read it.
It is one of the few series that actually acknowledges one of those shit. Well, not shit, but like one of those like crossover titles as actually mattering in the scheme of things.
The funny part is that crossover is Wildcats aliens, and you read that
Yep.
book, and it's
Yeah.
all about the Wildcats, and they just go on the Stormwatch station and like find a bunch of people dead. So you don't even see people die. But
Yep.
anyway, at the end
That
of the
sounds
book,
like a ripoff.
at the end of the book, these 3 characters walk through a portal, and they're like, "We're gonna do something else," and then I think Authority picks up from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who was it?
That's
It was,
very interesting.
Was it? Who are the 3 characters that walked through the portal again?
Oh crap!
Hawksmoor, Jenny Sparks, and
That's right.
Yeah.
Engineer.
Hawk Girl. What's her name?
Oh yeah, Swift. Swift.
Yeah.
Because there was
Yeah.
also like
Swift.
Stormwatch Black.
Yeah.
We had
Yeah.
Jenny Sparks and Midnighter and Apollo doing
There's like
stuff. for-
Stormwatch Black,
Bendix.
Stormwatch Red, Stormwatch Omega, which the giant
Yeah.
like gas guy is
Fuji.
a superhero.
Yeah, all that.
This
Yeah, that was
is-
my.
This is
That
like
was
the main
peak late
Stormwatch
'90s
game.
right there. That
Oh
was
hell yeah!
This was awesome. I thought it was way
Frostbite,
cool.
Fahrenheit,
Oh
Fuji,
Jesus, Fuji.
Energy.
Comics. Yep.
bruh.
So
Yeah.
I got the
Okay.
Wildcats compendium. Don't know if I'm gonna read that next. It's probably worse than this, but this one was actually
I-
fun.
Actually, I
Nah,
have
because
that.
that should be Alan Moore stuff in there.
It's
Yeah.
Jim Lee, Brandon Choi.
Oh.
Okay, so like
so the-
after that, it's Alan Moore,
Yes.
and then it gets crazy good.
Yeah.
This
I have the Alan Moore compendium that came out like 10, 15 years ago on my.
That
Oh,
period
oh.
where Alan Moore was writing Wildcats and then Alan was writing Stormwatch, it was like that's why when like all the people older than us would say like the '90s comics was bad. I was like, nah, y'all just had bad taste. It wasn't
Was that-
going to go get the
This
good
is a
comics.
lot of Jim Lee art in Travis Charest, the Wildcats
Yeah.
one. It's
Was it-
1 through 20.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
Moore go on- Wait, did Moore go into Tom Strong after that, or was that
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
that?
He
Mhm.
does
He made
Supreme
ABC and
somewhere
made his
too,
own
right?
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was just working. He was getting checks. He was out here trying to earn a living. So he
Also,
was
Alan Moore's name's not in this book, but
yeah, because this is his book. It leads up to that. Like
Yeah, exactly.
after that, he takes over the book. There's like a James Robinson and Travis Charest like couple issues, and then it becomes Alan Moore and Travis Charest, and it was man.
Yeah.
the
Yep.
last thing I read, I just finished the JSA compendium one, and that was bad. I was surprised.
Really?
John?
It
What
does.
was
I don't think it
JSA?
holds up. I don't think it holds up.
No, like it's the stuff written by Goyer and Robinson is good. It starts off
yeah.
with like this long, the actual compendium. Let me find it. Starts with this long JSA prologue where they're in World War II. That's cool.
Mhm.
You don't get to JSA number 1 until like halfway through the book.
Oh,
And
okay.
Oh, so is this?
This
it's-
has the All Star Comics 1 and 2,
Mhm.
like the
Yep.
Return of the Golden Age
Oh,
one, with
yeah.
Stalker.
Uh-huh.
That storyline, that's fun.
Yeah.
Is
That's
there-
like 8-10 issues.
Is there any the '90s JSA stuff in there or no?
No.
Okay.
Oh, actually, JSA number 1 happens here, but then you go into you got to read Day of Judgment 1 through 5. That's fun.
Yep.
And then they kind of sideline all that stuff for Young Justice. What is it called?
Sins of Our Youth.
Sins
Oh,
of Youth.
That's good
Yeah.
shit.
That's my
That was a fun.
That
That
was
was a
bad.
fun. That was a little fun crossover.
I didn't think
Oh,
that was
yeah.
that much fun.
really.
It was
Oh,
better in its
man.
own thing
Nah.
though.
And then they go into like
Yeah.
the X-Dance stuff, and then it's like, oh, Hawkman's back, and it's like, what? So I don't know. I think the stuff written by Johns was weaker than the stuff written by Goyer and Robinson.
He gets better later though.
I hope
Johns
so.
get better later.
Like, because here's the thing. I think that was when Goyer was still like overseeing the book,
Mm-hmm.
and Johns was doing the writing. But once it's just Johns off the book, which I think is like around like I want to say 24, around that area.
Yeah.
Like 24, 26, around there, and it's just Johns, and he starts doing the restructuring team again. It gets good. Then of course it goes into the JSA book of volume 2. So that's
Yeah.
Can
Like
I-
I read all of the Justice Society when Alex Ross was doing the covers when they relaunched it after
Mhm.
like 80 issues. But this is with Android Hourman and Jack
Yep.
Knight Starman
Mhm.
and Black Canary who aren't on the team.
Black Canary.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Black Canary
Like when
with the
John
short
takes
blonde
over,
hair.
he like
Yeah.
ejects all them.
Can I point out that Joe Kelly is listed as the main writer of this on the Amazon?
That's wrong. That's wrong. And Kano is not the main illustrator.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like to
Better
me,
not be.
they got the credits from like a Superman compendium that never came out because Kano was all over the Superman books at that
Mhm.
time.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Yeah, that they should
And Joe Kelly, like that's at Our Worlds at War credit line.
yeah, they should like correct
Oh,
that or
God,
something.
gross.
Oh well.
Gross.
Amazon don't care.
I know. They don't give a shit.
They don't care. You're gonna buy it anyway.
Julian, what you been watching, what you been reading?
Since I'm a critic and stuff. The guy
What
looks
you
at my
what?
letterbox.
Huh?
Recently I saw Chainsaw Man. The Chainsaw
Ooh.
Man movie's
Mhm.
great.
Mhm.
Mhm,
I think it was
mhm,
a perfect part of the story to turn into a movie.
Nice.
It's short enough, it works together well. The animation is spectacular. You gonna feel for our old boy Dingy. He be going through it. There's a Springsteen Deliver Me from Nowhere movie is okay. I didn't really completely buy
Jeremy Allen White.
Jeremy Allen White as Springsteen. He's a good actor, but I didn't buy him as Springsteen. Like
Okay.
it's a good performance.
Yeah.
But we kind of all know what Springsteen looks like.
Right.
Begonia. Oh man, okay. Very well made film.
Okay.
Good writing.
Yeah.
Amazing performances.
Yeah.
Great cinematography. Hate
Yeah.
the ending.
Ooh.
So
okay.
I don't think the movie's bad.
Yeah.
It didn't. I didn't like the ending.
All right.
Okay,
Okay.
I love LA.
I'm planning on seeing that within the next couple of days. So.
Okay, I love LA on HBO. New series, hilarious.
Mhm.
Not as annoying as Girls. Way more funny.
Good.
Too many attractive people.
Is that all white
The
girls? again?
Kardashian show.
No, they have black girls. They have a gay guy, and they have black people in the show. So
It's not the Kardashian show. You're thinking of the new.
that
Netflix.
I did not watch that.
Yeah.
that Lost drama.
No.
The new Adventure Time Fiona and Cake, great series.
Yes.
It's airing now. That's great. It's very interesting to see Adventure Time grow up with its audience.
Absolutely.
As Fiona and Cake's
Love that.
stories are very much about young 20-somethings,
Hmm.
along with like fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
I was just doing the math. Like Adventure Time is 15 years old, so like if a person was watching it at 10, it
Yeah.
would be the age of Fiona in the show.
It's true. Yeah.
Tojima wants to be a comic writer. Most go hard, seinen anime.
That doesn't need a guy.
Yo, you punch Nazis in the face. When Nazis come back out and they start robbing convenience stores, you put on a plastic mask and you punch them in the face. That's what we talking about. Grown people punching Nazis in the face. Joint's tough. Joint's
Brilliant.
tough.
Brilliant.
That's my show.
Nice.
And I just read One Piece, so like that's the only comic I'm reading.
there you go.
I buy comics; they sitting in stacks. No time to read them.
Well,
Got games. I got Shinobi. No time to play it.
you can start putting out YouTube shorts like Raf's been doing on our channel about catching up on his shit. So
I guess, man. I'm not good with doing the shorts.
I get you.
I got new stuff out, but I'm not good with doing the shorts and having my face on the screen.
No worries. Donna, what you got?
Hey, comics. Mark Waid has wrapped up two of his books. Batman and Robin Year One and the New History of the DC Universe. I thoroughly enjoyed both. Batman and Robin Year One, over the course of his 12 issues, it was a kind of touch and go because I'm a giant Batman like continuity stickler. So for the first like 6 issues, I was like, wait, how does this fit in this and that kind of stuff? Because by this point, it's like clear that like books like The Long Halloween and those are completely out of continuity, and that's
Sure.
fine because if you read DC the new DC here universe, basically everything's happened. But because Barry Allen's screwing up and making the New 52, there's just going to be kind of like reverberations and hiccups. And the way that was explained made me fine with this sort of new history that we're going forward. Like now, Dick Grayson's like 10 being Robin as opposed to 12 and all kind of stuff. So it's fine. Like this is going to happen until we're all like dead, like, even beyond that. So like it was enjoyable. I really enjoyed that. And new history as well. Trying to think of any other stuff. In terms of things that I'm watching, this is something that my co-host Harry discovered at the beginning of the year, and I eventually got jumped onto it. We're going to talk about at the end of our year, end of our podcast, but he's already said it on his own blog with Eyes East that I recommend everyone check out.
Mhm.
The Japanese film series and also 12 episode television series Baby Assassins.
Hmm.
Baby Assassins is
Baby
it's just a story of these two like high school graduate like young Gen Z girls who are assassins. Um, the story is kind of like it's half like slice of life in terms like they're kind of like just sitting in the room eating, kind of annoying each other, just being like very derpy girls, but also they're completely remorseless killers. And the action is incredible. The actresses are incredible. If we're talking about like an action series, this is some of the best acting performances I've ever seen in a long time. And I'm a big action movie fan.
Okay.
Um, but the first three films you can, if you subscribe to the streaming service Hiya, they're available on that. I think the first two films are also available on Tubi. I watched the third one on Amazon. And then the 12 episode series, which takes place after the third movie, Baby Assassins Every Day, that's available to watch on HBO. Um, but it's a really cool series. It's a lot of terrific action, like excellent, like Ong-bak, Zhizha Yanin level quality of action. But also, most of the story is these two girls kind of like basically being friends and irritating each other until it's time to fucking kill people. And I've been really enjoying it this year. So I guess that comes highly recommended.
Nice. All right. I'm fascinated, to be honest with you. And if it's available on Tubi, that means, hey, guess what? It's free. So all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That'll
1 and
do.
2 are on Tubi, and the third one's on Amazon.
Nice. I'll touch on two things real quick. I'll touch more on Gen V the next time that Chris Nadas is on, because I know she's got thoughts on that as well. But I did just finish season 2 of Gen V. I think it works shockingly and in some ways better than the first season, although the gaping hole of the actor who tragically passed away in between seasons can be felt throughout the second season. I do know that they did their best to try to like work around that storyline wise. But they did what they could. Chance Perdomo is the name of the actor, and he was very central to the first season, and obviously was going to be central to the second season. But instead, they basically used his father's character to fill in some gaps and stuff like that, and they went ahead with their plot. In a lot of ways, the second season of Gen V is a lot more X-Men, and I'm for it. I think they actually like leaned heavily into that. Some of the boys integration works, other parts of it doesn't. But that's to be expected with a spin-off series like this. It's also tying itself into what could potentially be the final season of the boys, which it is going to be the final season of that, but there might still be more Gen V to come. But I'll leave my further thoughts on that for the next episode that Chris Nadas is on. But what I will say is I did sit down. I had never seen the movie Interview with a Vampire before. And I sat myself down and I watched that, and I absolutely loved it. And I watched it so I could sit my ass down and watch the 2 seasons of the AMC Plus series, which is available on Netflix, Interview with a Vampire.
So good.
Soon to be 3 because Lestat.
Damn right. Fucking fantastic. Holy shit, is it good? Like,
It is so sexy.
oh my
Like,
God.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. Am I
The
in this?
Unsullied grows
I'm
his
in
dick
this.
back and fucks people.
the actor who plays Lestat in this version, Sam Reed, does
So good.
such
So
an
good.
incredible job of making the character his own. Dude's not even French in real life. He's Australian. and he
How
plays
dare he?
and he plays a better Frenchman than I've seen on TV in quite some time. They take some artistic liberties and they change the original era that Interview with a Vampire is taking place, and it really works and benefits the show with that because it's a more realistic New Orleans in that way. Jacob Anderson as Louis is superb. I know they had two different Claudias in the series. I like Claudia 2 better than Claudia 1.
They were both great, I thought.
They're great. Annoyingly, that Claudia 2 is English, but apparently everybody who's English is playing American, so whatever. But she does a really good job of bringing that home, and overall, it's just excellent storytelling. I think that Anthony Bourdain does a great job of okay, it's not him, but he
might as well be. He needs to be in the biopic.
He does, yeah. Eric Bogosian is the interviewer in Interview with a Vampire this time around, and I think just overall having a full couple seasons to work with it benefits the overall plot of the story fantastic. And his Daniel Malloy is going to be showing up in some of the spinoffs as well. And I cannot wait for season 3, which is just going to be the Vampire Lestat. And it's the Vampire Lestat on tour as a rock and roller. Come on.
It's going to go into Queen of the Damned, too, if you've seen that movie.
It's going to go into Queen of the Damned. Yeah, exactly. So
what's fun about that series, like, you did it a good way because you watched the film, which is like a straight adaptation of the first book.
Iconic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then the series is like a remix, not a remix of it, but they take the approach of like, hey, yeah, we talked before in the 70s when the original book came out, and they're like, well, I left things out. I didn't quite tell you the whole truth. So then by expanding that story of the first book or film, they embellish stuff and add stuff in and add, that I left this out or this actually happened.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It's great, and I'm thrilled that I was able to watch it. I'm barely considering getting AMC Plus so I can watch it when it actually comes out, season 3. But I'll probably just wait for the drop on Netflix or Plex. But anyway, either way, good stuff. And if you have not checked out those 2 seasons, they're available on Netflix. Books that I've read, I'm just gonna say the one that I had a chance to get my hands on, and it's one that any fan of Exile should immediately go ahead and track down. It got cut down in issues, so it only really had 4 issues to tell its story.
It's like all X Wolverines.
Yeah, this is Weapon X-Men.
Yeah, wasn't it post Krakoa?
Yeah, it's post Krakoa, but yet no. Julian's right. It's Oops All Wolverines, where a version of the Phoenix from a world where heroes have grown old already and like they're living their lives, and the next generation of heroes has basically taken their place, but a lot of crime has basically gone down because everything's gone pretty well in her world. Finds out that there's a universe hopping threat known as Onslaught that is threatening the multiple realities, and this is a version of Onslaught that instead of being Professor Xavier and Magneto is Jean Grey and Magneto, meaning it has that much more Phoenix-esque energy to go with it. And it's basically going through the realities, trying to make mutants superior and also within its own whims. And she gathers together a team of Wolverines to try to track this Onslaught down. We get Wolverine from Age of Apocalypse. We get Old Man Logan. We get Zombie Wolverine from Marvel Zombies, which is hilarious because he doesn't have to feed because he's getting the power cosmic from Phoenix, but he still likes to eat. And he most certainly does at times. And there's also a female version of Wolverine from 1906 that is a Jane instead of the version of
Jane Howlett.
Exactly, Jane Howlett. Thank you. And there's one other in the group. Yes, Weapon X, from the actual Earth X universe. So it's basically fat blob Wolverine that barely has any healing factor left. And they go to a couple of interesting realities. I wish they'd had more opportunity to actually flesh it out into the 12 issues that was originally going to be, but they got it down into 4, and it's...
Well, that's a big cut.
I know. Tell me about it. Christos Gage was told about it with enough time to pivot and actually be able to, come to some sort of conclusion. But that he had more story to tell and he wasn't given the opportunity. But Christos Gage is the author and Yildiz Sonar is the artist, and it's beautiful. Some really cool concepts being thrown out there, and I'm a huge fan of Exiles, and this gave me that Exiles buzz. So check out this edition of Weapon X-Men before the next volume of Weapon X-Men, which has nothing to do with that, comes out in a few months, which is basically just a new version of X-Force. So that's that with that for me. This is a lot of fun, guys. I am very happy we got together to talk some shit, and Julian, been way too freaking long, my friend, and invite it back whenever you want to be on, man.
Glad to be back on. Glad to not actually argue with Brent.
I know it was kind of freeing in that way, like
because he's either mellowed down, being a dad and an older guy with a mustache. He don't have the same.
We need to find some old episodes and listen back.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about Grant Morrison, so
That's true. Yeah.
Grant Morrison and mellow too, so it don't.
That's also true. Where can they find your stuff, Julian?
On all social media, my handle is Julian Lytle, all one word, JULINLYTLE. I write movie reviews on a site called riot-us.com and the Comics Beat. I'm findable on Rotten Tomatoes. I have a Patreon, Julian Lytle. I'm going to start putting some podcasts that I've never released out because I got in my own head. So I got some stuff for like Tom King and some other things that I never put out.
Nice.
I got a new YouTube channel where I talk about the toys and comics I collect called July Collects. You can find it on YouTube.
Nice.
I would appreciate some views. I don't want a lot. I'm okay with just getting 100 per. I just want a little bit of views.
Yeah, that's fine. That's where we are too. So I feel you.
I would want 100 per too.
Yeah,
currently writing on 30 a video.
Hey, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, but you also have a couple videos that have like 8,000 dudes. So come on, like let's be real.
I just put out a new episode where I talked to Jordan Clark, who did the new comic Ancestral Recall from Ahoy Comics.
Nice.
That is Phantom Comics in DC. I put a YouTube video out about that. You'll see all that if you follow me on socials. I got a Substack. I don't know if you're feeling people's feelings on it, but I don't charge nobody money.
That's fine.
Follow me on Patreon. You don't have to pay me money because I don't post enough. But if you want to catch my stuff, it's easy just to go there.
And he's also available at restaurants trying to get that Sunday. Anyway, comic timing gold right there. Comic timing gold. Always a pleasure, Julian. And like I said, whenever you want to come back, give us a holler.
Great for meeting everybody too. Donovan, Brandon, Christopher.
Oh, hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Julian, I met you before way back.
Yeah, your face looks familiar.
Long ago.
You also in shadow, like you ominous right now.
Oh yeah. Well, Brando was a Super Show veteran also, so like he would hang out amongst the crew and the crowd and all that jazz back in the day. So absolutely. Speaking of which, Brandon, where could they find you?
You can find me wherever Brandon's is sold. Online. I'm at the Debadon still. On that cesspool of a place I don't go to anymore.
Yep.
You can also find me on
Blue Sky.
I'm Blue Sky and Threads now still.
Yeah.
I don't really post as much on either one of them because I don't have the bandwidth for it right now.
Yeah.
I will be at Anime New Jersey in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey.
Indeed.
Right across the river from Ian. In 2 weeks, so November 14th, I will be there on Saturday, the 15th, doing a panel on Metal Hero. So I'm doing my partner and I, Baron, are working with another person we are doing a presentation on all of Metal Hero. So all of Metalder, Space Sheriff Gavon, Space Sheriff Schneider, Kabuto, B Warriors, all this stuff. So all the stuff that you know as a kid, so like VR Troopers, which is based off of Metal Heroes,
That's true.
or Big Bad Beetleborgs, which again was also based off of Metal Heroes as well. Just a different version of it. We'll be talking about all that, and we're talking about just a quick overview of the series for the most part.
Nice. And the week after that, you will be at PAX Unplugged, and so will I.
That's correct. You'll see me. You probably won't see me playing Magic because I'll be at PAX Unplugged playing Magic.
Well, there you go. Yep. Good times. Looking forward to it, and we'll definitely take some photos for the socials and all that jazz. Chris Naudis, Raph, myself, and Brandon will all be at PAX Unplugged, and we cannot wait to hopefully run into a few of you there as well. So if you see us,
come say hi to us, please.
Come say hi to us. 100%, absolutely. Donna, where can they find you?
Find me at Questions We Don't Have Answers podcast, QAnswers.com. I took a bit of a break, but also we should have a couple of episodes out. And we always finish the year strong, so keep an eye out for that. Been pretty active on DC.com, my freelance gig. Participating in the DCKO kind of a predictions tournament. That's been kind of a fun thing that we've been doing,
Nice.
as well as interviews with Tate Brombol on Batgirl and Tarun Gronbeck for Catwoman. Find that at DC.com. I am also on Blue Sky. I kind of end every night kind of just catch up on people that left Twitter and now go to Blue Sky, see what they're tweeting about or posting about. And yeah, just check out my wares there, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Excellent. And Mr. Casina, where can they view your video more than 100 times?
YouTube.com/BK's Bullets. There
Excellent.
you go.
What's your latest one as of this recording?
The JSA Compendium just went up.
Nice.
And then next week I have one coming up for Supreme Power. I read 4 of those books, and then I was like, huh.
All
So
right.
I have to read more
really-
because I'm out of a backlog.
Really enjoyed your Spider-Man Blue one, because I am furious that they repurchased that as Jeff Loeb's Spider-Man
Yeah.
with a yellow cover.
Come on.
Can't stand that nonsense. It's
What the
always been
hell?
Spider-Man Blue. What are you
That's
doing?
bullshit. That's complete crap. Come on.
Yeah, they came out in Barnes & Noble with that. I have been ranting to my coworkers about that for like 6 months.
Ugh, that would be as bad as like if Spider-Man Life Story was rebranded as
This is the cover.
Chip Zdarsky's Spider-Man. You know,
Not this is Spider-Man in blue, but nothing on the
But
front.
as you point out,
nothing on the
when you
spine.
when you open it up, doesn't it still say Spider-Man Blue?
Spider-Man blue on the inside.
What nonsense is this?
I get it. I hate it though. I hate it so much.
Like Hulk, they're republishing Hulk gray. That cover's gray. Captain America white's still the regular cover.
mm-hmm.
What was the other one? Daredevil yellow, still yellow.
That I was so angered that I gesticulated so hard that I actually knocked my headphones out entirely and had to plug them back in. So yeah, that's anger. All right, well,
Good
yes,
video.
do check them out on that. And with that, credits. Email address is comictiming@gmail.com. Facebook.com/comictiming is where you can go to find out more about the show and what's coming out. And you can join us at the Comic Timing fan group there as well. Join in on the conversation. We always love going back and forth with you on comics conversation, and you can do it there in spades. We're at Blue Sky at Comic Timing. We're also on Instagram as Comic Timing Podcast, Threads at Comic Timing Podcast, and our YouTube can be found at Comic Timing Podcast. Thanks once again to Julian, to Brandon, to Donovan, to Brent, and to the Putties. And as always, there's always time for comics.
Yeah.
He who fights and runs away lives to fight another day.
Not bad, not
I
bad.
have a headache.